with it. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome again to the 2026 Brown County Fair here in beautiful Mount Sterling. Gorgeous afternoon for harness racing. It is the 12:30 hour, which means that you have half an hour to get yourself something to eat, something to drink. Be ready for today's action. We're doing a little sound check here, getting all of our levels set. This will be just about, probably a little hot. That's probably about where I'm going to run Ed, right about there. That's a guess. And that is my front of the house feed. So you get 100% of what's coming on the speakers. You got it? Okay, that'll be front of the house. That's the same thing you're getting on the speakers. You're Ed?
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Brown County Fair. David Brink, Steve Surratt, Harrison Brink, Lisa Surratt, your camera person today. We got Harrison on the headset today. Welcome, Harrison.
We do say hi, Harrison. Hi, Harrison.
I hope everybody is doing good today as we get ready for racing on a warm. It's going to be about 87, 88 degrees today, and it's going to be a warm day for us as we try to get our sound check done earlier there. We're glad that you could come on board with us. Hey, check out our website, folks. It's got past track information. You've divided the races out into each individual race per
Replays,
track,
yep.
replays. So you don't have to watch the full race. You can just watch that. So that's what's going on there. We got 11 races on the card for you today. Post time is supposed to be 1 o'clock. I'm sure that we'll have the national anthem. And
shortly.
I have to correct myself. Last year, the prize money on Sunday was like 80 some odd thousand. This year, because of things that are going on in harness racing,
Did you say 40 or I forgot?
well, about 44,
Okay.
I think, is what I estimated on the sheet for tomorrow. But it's still big money this year.
It's still one of the the biggest purse dates in the state of Illinois. I was just talking to Eric Plowman. Good to see him come down from Iowa. Longtime horseman, trained at the state fair for years. We were talking about the state, and the Night of Champions getting moved to the state fairgrounds and whatnot. So we are a scaled-back stakes program this year, but we're out here doing our best, putting on a good show. And these horsemen are committed. They're here, and we appreciate them sticking us through year after year.
And so with that, David, we're going to take a station break, give our commercial people some time here. We can't do this without the sponsors, donors, and commercial people that are online that pay the bills and pay for the equipment. We'll be back.
At Yoder's Custom Woodworking and Amish Furniture. From custom kitchens and built-ins to handcrafted furniture, outdoor poly, and more. Family owned and trusted since 1995. Visit Yoder's in Sullivan or call 217-728-2166 today.
Avenatti Radio. a third-generation, family-run stable with a legacy of excellence. Centrally located between Illinois, Indiana, and Kentucky racing programs, Avenatti Racing specializes in buying yearlings, breaking, training, and racing top-performing standardbreds. Call 217-840-6469 or email AvenettiRacing@gmail.com today. Avenatti Racing, from yearling to racetrack, we build contenders.
Kerr Auction is your trusted source for ag equipment, attachments, construction gear, trucks, trailers, and hard-to-find parts. With live and online auctions at KerrAuction.com, you can bid from anywhere, field, job site, or front porch. From big equipment to small parts, if you need it, Kerr Auction has it. Don't miss your next deal. Check out KerrAuction.com today. Kerr Auction, built for the working world.
Why pay more for the same groceries? Your favorite brands at prices you'll love. Right here in Mattoon. Family owned and proud to serve our community. Proud supporters of local harness racing and the Coles County Fair. Stop in and save today. B&D Grocery in Mattoon.
Experience matters. At Simmons Stable, Illinois Hall of Fame trainer Tom Simmons, along with wife Benita, has built a legacy of developing and racing championship standardbreds. From yearling to winner's circle, every horse is guided with experience, expertise, and care. Simmons Stable, 217-801-4246.
Looking to move your mobile home? Need a roll-off dumpster at a competitive rate? Or maybe it's time to demo that old mobile home? Pine Ridge Mobile Home Transport has you covered. We serve Central Illinois with reliable mobile home transport, offer affordable roll-off dumpsters for the Springfield area, and provide expert demolition services across Illinois and Missouri. For fast, friendly service, call Wayne Decker at 217-313-9744. That's 217-313-9744. Or find Pine Ridge Mobile Home Transport on Facebook, your one-stop solution for mobile home services.
Long before the crowds arrive, the work is already underway. Track after track. Kevin Miller Stable campaigns winning standardbreds across the Midwest. Kev Miller Stable, 217-254-0170.
For over 40 years, horses have been our way of life. Built on experience, patience, and care. From sale preparation to rehabilitation, we are committed to helping horses reach their potential. Brenneman Equine, a tradition of horsemanship. Call Lamar or Ronnie today.
Real craftsmanship still exists at Yoder's Custom Woodworking and Amish Furniture. From custom kitchens and built-ins to handcrafted furniture, outdoor poly, and more. Family owned and trusted since 1995. Visit Yoder's and Sullivan or call 217-728-2166 today.
Back with you on Hornets Tube. I almost said BC Hornets
It's
Sports.
almost that
because,
time of year.
Well, I set up equipment today. We did our first broadcast today as girls softball started, and I'm going to try to get Ed turned up here.
The first post.
Still playing?
Radio's still playing in the
Go
background.
through a few changes, folks. We got $25 for the Pick the Winner contest, which will be given away after each race. So play along with the coupons you get in your race program. $25 for each race. So fill in that coupon. They'll be picked up. Or you can deposit them before each one of our 11 races today. There'll be a drawing afterwards. If you've correctly chose the winner, you'll receive $5. Your coupon is drawn out now. So we're going to go through a few changes. In the first race, number 1, Unhandy Amby has been scratched. So number 1 in the first race, Unhandy Amby is a scratch. So cross Unhandy Amby out in race 1. Number 4, Homestead Vengeance will now be driven by Matt Avenatti. Race 1, the 4, Homestead Vengeance, make the driver Matt Avenatti. In race number 2, number 5, Roll the Dice will now be driven by Mike Cox. Race 2, the 5, change the driver to Mike Cox. No changes in races number 3 or 4. In race number 5, race 5, number 1, Fox Valley Polaris will now be driven by Mike Cox. Race 5, the 1 will be driven by Mike Cox. Race 5, the 2, April Sunlight IIQ will be driven by Mike Rogers. Mike Rogers on the 2 in race 5. Number 5 in race 5 will now be driven by Marcus Detweiler. Race 5, the 5, Fox Valley Barbie, change the driver to Marcus Detweiler. In race number 6, number 1, Calico Sunset will now be driven by Mike Rogers. Race 6, the 1, Calico Sunset, change the driver to Mike Rogers. No changes in race 7. In race number 8, number 5, No Flies on Me will now be driven by Mike Cox. Race 8, the 5, No Flies on Me, Mike Cox will drive. And the 7 in race number 8, the 7, Do Better Des has now been scratched. Race 8, scratch the 7. No changes in the rest of the card. Races 9, 10, and 11 are clear so far. $1,000 will be given away to those that play the Pick the Winner contest after the final race. You will have to be present to win, but the losing coupons from the Pick the Winner contest will go into a basket, and at the end of the races, there is 2 drawings for $250, and then a third drawing for $500.
Ed, you don't care who works here, do you? Damn.
All right, back up here as we get going with things. Ed announced those changes as we get ready for harness racing today. And one of the things that I absolutely love is we have 2 outriders today. Do you know who both the outriders are, David?
I'm gonna get the names wrong, but isn't it Sheena Mathena's daughter? And
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 2026 edition of the Brown County Fair here in beautiful Mount Sterling. We have to thank you for coming out, spending your time and your hard-earned dollars.
Oh, so he's...
Your support of events like this are what makes the United States the greatest country on earth. Also, a special thank you to our premium sponsors, Dot Foods,
McCaskill,
Farmers National Bank, Nutrien Ag Service. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my extreme pleasure to ask you to stand. Gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
First race coming on to the backstretch here momentarily. Race 1, number 1, Unhandy Amby has been scratched. Matt Avanetti on the 4. First race is the Bob Groder Memorial. Bob started the races here with that red starting gate for over 50 years. We honored him a few years ago, and unfortunately, that winter, he passed away in an accident while on a snowmobiling trip. His wife, Bibi, daughter Brenda, are here today from Wyoming, Illinois. Been coming to the Brown County Fair. Bibi has for well over 50 years. Very close friends of the late Francis Snoz Greer. Bob Groder, for the last 10 years at least of Francis Greer's life, he called him every day, and Francis so look forward to that phone call from Bob Groder. And they both passed within a year of each other. Both fixtures for well over 50 years here at the Brown County Fair. This first race in honor of the late Bob Groder.
I need to talk to you. What's this?
Well, David, guess time, because we can't see the announcer. We can't even see Ed
Anyone?
Quinto.
Yes. Okay. Sorry about that. We have a few little minor changes. We do have some runners that will be able to pick up your...
Let's take care of this real quick as we get ready to race today. David, let's look at this first race and what it comes forth to. It looks like
Good to have little James Bowen doing our guest analyst selections
how old
today.
is James?
James just turned 2, like maybe a couple months ago. So I'm thinking Doug might have helped him with the picks, but it's good to see the Bowen name in the picks and the guest analyst selection.
Doug didn't want to be on the list for the picks.
He had
just
Charlie
in case
do it last
everybody
year.
Beat him. Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, throw the kids under the bus, right?
Yeah, throw the kids under the bus, and then if the kid happens
Do good,
to beat us,
then you can claim the picks are yours.
Yeah.
See, he's thinking, he's strategizing.
Yeah.
But good to have James doing the picks today's first race. Looks like we all went number 3 on top using Roses and Pearls. Steve went a different route. He liked Debaroo. We watched that horse race. Where was it at last? Lincoln we were at? Horse 1? Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely put in a nice smile. We need to change Steve's or Lisa's pick, though, because she has Unhandy Ambi in there. So who does she want for her third choice?
I will have to remember that I don't need to talk so
she gets
loud.
the 4 or the 5.
Horsemen, bring on that first field. Fox
right
Valley Rouge, Roses and Pearls, Homestead Vengeance, and Debaroo.
All right.
Harrison, who do you want to win this race?
I haven't really looked over it, but
Got your program, don't you? I gave you one.
Let me see.
Well, here's a question for Harrison. This is the Bob Groder Memorial. Good to see BB here, his wife here, and his daughter Brenda. You remember riding in the red car, the red starting gate?
Oh, yeah.
I just saw a picture the other day. You and Theo in the starting gate from about 7 years ago. Maybe does that sound right?
Yeah, we were young.
Yeah. But do you remember? You actually remember what it looked like and what it sounded like back there?
Yeah, it was cool.
Was it kind of crazy how close you could see the horses actually were up to your face, and how close the race bikes are, wheel to wheel?
Yeah, it was pretty interesting to see all the horses up close, and well, it was. I don't know how to explain it.
That's cool.
Easier for him to get in the car than either one of us, right?
You haven't seen me do it in a while, have you?
No.
I know how bad it is. I want a truck so I can just open the door and get in the truck.
You got to be a pretzel to get in there.
Well, it's bad for you because you're nearly 7 feet tall.
Exactly, and if you've seen our starting gates, they're old sedans from like the 80s typically that have wings mounted on the rear that extend up past the doors, and you kind of have to duck under the wing and get up over an elevated chair to sit up in a little perch in the back to face the horses with the starting judge. But yeah, it's always a good view. It's a really cool experience, and Bob Groder was notorious for always being friendly to the local fairgoers and royalty and making sure he gave out rides. And a lot of people had that was one of their first experiences with horse racing was riding the starting gate. So we remember Bob and all of his the time he spent here at Brown County drinking beer at Sportsman's with Snoz Greer. That hurt.
Yeah, somebody.
I think TV came down the catwalk.
Be making your final selections for race number 1. Please do not put race number 2 because
Well, she was cutting out last year, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Where is Dawn at? She
wonder if
needs to
it's-
step out a little more out front so we can get you on an antenna.
Well, she can't be on the track.
Yeah, and it was because she's standing right in front of a speaker.
I know.
So with that, we are waiting for things to get started here as we look back through those picks. Anything else you want to point out on those picks, David?
Love to have you roll down the pop mic, but that's not really our problem right now, I guess, is it?
I can.
Well, then we can't hear Teefy, but.
Perfect.
Anywho, today's first race, the ISA 2-year-old filly pace. This is a nice field of 4 paces with the scratching the 1 out. Fox Valley Rouge looking for a first lifetime win along with Homestead Vengeance for Wayne Brown out of Mason, Tennessee. Roses and Pearls and Debaroo both have a prior win. Debaroo won last start out at Lincoln, 2-10-2, and Roses and Pearls made 10 starts, 6 seconds, so pretty consistently hitting the board, has a win in a third. That win coming back there all the way at Petersburg in a pretty snappy 2-2 and 4 fifths
Waiting
of a
for
second.
the 4-horse Homestead Vengeance.
Well, it was Wyatt last time getting out to the track. We're going to blame Matt this time, huh?
It looks that way. He was out just a few minutes ago
Warming up
a horse.
Oh, he was warming up Rose is what he was doing. I saw that because she had on the sparkly hood.
And I think he may be coming.
So Matt's got to go back to the barn, switch bikes and horses, and here he comes down the road towards the draw gate, I see. So.
Yep.
You know, I've seen a lot of things here at the Brown County Fair we haven't seen much yet, Steve, and that's people bringing their own fans to the box seat and plugging them in.
Paces are out now for the 2-year-old filly pace, the Bob Groder Memorial, for a purse of $2,639. Scratch the one, Unhandy Amby. $25 per race in that Pick the Winner contest. Write your name on the coupon. Write the horse that you think will win each one of our 11 races today. If your name is drawn out and you pick the winner, Don Dunn or somebody from her crew will give you $25. Then if you play the Pick the Winner contest throughout the day and you're here after the 11th race, we'll give away $250 twice and then $500 to one lucky fan.
We do have additional programs in the house. If you are needing a program, wave, and these young ladies will get you an additional program. I do know we need a program down here. Sir, you wanted a program, correct? Okay. Beer garden, can you hear me? If you can hear me, give me a wave. Woo-hoo!
All right, we're going to parade the horses from the north here this year. So here's your field now for our first race, 2-year-old fillies in the Bob Groder Memorial. Number 1 has been scratched. Number 2 will be Fox Valley Rouge, owned by Linda Allhands of Monticello and Jamaica Patton of Rochester, W. Lee Holmes of Madison, Mississippi, Jamaica Patton, the trainer-driver. 3 Roses and Pearls, owned by Isaac Love of Brandon, Mississippi. Isaac Love is the trainer and driver. 4 will be Homestead Vengeance, owned by Wayne Brown of Mason, Tennessee. Wayne trains with Matt Avanetti driving. And number 5, Debaroo, owned by John Kranslakan Jr. of Streeter. Cole Prather trains with Connor Prather driving. Just 2-year-old fillies here. A pretty competitive group. You can see Roses and Pearls has 1 win at Petersburg in a quick 2:02 and 4. Debaroo has a win at Lincoln in 2:10 and 2. The other 2 looking for their first career victories. They move in behind starter Stacy DeRoos. Actually, Roy Finn is here today. Aaron DeRoos is driving the gate. Veteran starter Roy Finn is our starter in the DeRoos starting gate, and the gate's on the move for race number 1, the Bob Groder Memorial. Two-year-old pacing fillies in race 1 are an 8th out. Gate will start picking up speed now at the head of the stretch. Here they come. Great start for the 2-year-old fillies. They're off and pacing on the inside. It's Fox Valley Rouge and Jamaica Patton on the outside. That's Homestead Vengeance driving up with Matt Avanetti. Those 2 battle it out here in the first turn. Fox Valley Rouge on the inside. On the outside, Homestead Vengeance. Back there third is Roses and Pearls. And we got Debaroo as we head up the backstretch. And Jamaica's got the front with Fox Valley Rouge. Now by a length and a half. Roses and Pearls is back there second. Homestead Vengeance along the inside third. And dropping out the back now, Debaroo. 31 seconds off the quarter, first quarter and 31 seconds flat. It's Fox Valley Rouge. Time to roll filly by a length and a quarter. Still right there second is Roses and Pearls. Racing third, Homestead Vengeance and Debaroo. They're off the 3/8 in the lane for the first time, racing towards the half. Very comfortable on top. Fox Valley Rouge with veteran Jamaica Patton. They're off the half into the lower turnover towards the 5/8. The half and a snappy 101 and 4/5 of a second. 101.4 at the draw gate. It's Fox Valley Rouge. She's got every call. Right there, second getting a nice trip is Roses and Pearls. Along the inside there, a third is Homestead Vengeance and Deborah Rue. Only 4 off and trailing, and now she's on the move. We head up the back stretch of the pace will quicken. Fox Valley Rouge on the inside by a half a length. Roses and Pearls is right there second. Connors moving up third with Deborah Rue. Back out the back now, Homestead Vengeance. We're in the final turn. 3/4 and 132 and 2. They move over now to the 7/8 mile marker, and we got a battle. It's Fox Valley Rouge on the inside. Roses and Pearls is right there second, and 3 wide. Here comes Deborah Rue. They're 3 across the racetrack in our first race. Roses and Pearls now at the lead. Fighting back Fox Valley Rouge, but here comes Deborah Rue, and Deborah Rue's going to win it for Connor Prather. Half into the lower turnover towards 101 and 4. The half and a snappy 101 and 4/5 of a second. 101.4 at the draw gate. It's Fox Valley Rouge. She's got every call. Right there, second getting a nice trip is Roses and Pearls. Along the inside there, the third is Homestead Vengeance and Deborah Rue. Only 4 off and trailing, and now she's on the move. They head up the back stretch of the pace of Quicken. Fox Valley Rouge on the inside by a half a length. Roses and Pearls is right there second.
I'm going to roll us. That's David. As this is a great race here on the end. If people want to watch this on the end.
I can't. I'm over. There's too much stuff.
Roses and Pearls now at the lead. Fighting back Fox Valley Rouge, but here comes Deborah Rue, and Deborah Rue is going to win it. That was 2:03, 1/5 of a second. The correct third quarter should be 1:33 and 2. 1:33 and 2 to the 3/4. That mile in 2:03, 1/5 of a second last half, and 1:01 and 2.
And Dawn, your microphone is on.
And Deborah Rue is a 2-year-old daughter of Stevensville from John's Little Sis by Sportsmaster. Bred by Mary Kransnakan. Owned by John Kransnakan Jr. of Streeter, Illinois. Trained by Cole Prather, driven here by his talented brother, Connor Prather. These 2 young Prather boys have teamed up to have quite a good summer. A couple of the most talented young trainers in the Illinois program. Of course, they're originally from Rushville, Illinois. They lost their grandfather, Rick Prather, just a few months ago. Of course, Rick Prather raced here at the Brown County Fair for many, many, many years. So the Prathers coming to the Brown County Fair for generations. They're joined down there now by B.B. Groder, Brenda Groder-Hopp. Of course, Missy Prather down there, Michelle Monier, Nancy Wright's down there. This filly, again, owned by John Transnican, a streeter, trained by Cole, picks up her second win of her career. Fair Board President Ronnie McCaskill down there, celebrating 50 years as a Brown County Fair Director, as Deborah Rue picks up the win in a lifetime best 2:03.1 last quarter in 29 and 4/5 of a second. Let's give her a big hand, folks. The Prathers and Deborah Rue. They win the Bob Groder Memorial. Results of that race now official. Number 1 was scratched. Number 2, Fox Valley Rouge, was second. Number 3, Roses and Pearls, was third. Number 4, Homestead Vengeance, was fourth. And number 5, Deborah Rue, the winner. First quarter was in 31 seconds. The half in 1:01 and 4. 3/4 in 1:33 and 2. The mile 2:03 and 1. First race checks down. Scratch 2, 3, 4, 1 on the bottom. Big this racetrack for 2 weeks, along with Rod Buss and Richard Childers, Luke Metz. I know Lane Weezy spent a lot of time out there. Doug Fairbanks, what a job they've done. That list goes on and on. And they've worked the track. They actually had the track surveyed. Cost several $100s to do it. And those cones are strategically placed to make this track within a foot of a real half mile. And this mile is 2:03.1 over that track that's been platted out quite quick. You can see the winner has never beat 2:08.2 in her last 5 starts anyway. She just made 5 starts, and she wins here over this very good racetrack in 2:03.1. Checks down again, scratch 2-3-4-1, 31, 101 and 4, 133 and 2, 203 and 1.
All right, David, we're going to come up here because you said I picked differently, but I picked correctly.
Sometimes that does happen, right?
That does happen occasionally sometimes as I'm going to turn it down out there as they've got the other mic in our feed, which not always what we want.
But not what,
but
never mind.
That's what we got. So we'll try to keep it in and out as we can hear it plenty through the grandstands. When Ed comes back on, we'll get Ed back up. But a good start to the racing today, and we'll get the replay cleaned up with the sound. But able to get that up and going for you today.
Let's see. Steve hits 60 points on that first race. Surratt's walking away with this one at 60 and 45, Lisa. And the Bowen-Brink connection taking up third, a combined third, I'll say. We're tied with 20 points each. So it wasn't the best sledding out there for the home team, but you guys are off to a strong lead.
You're going to hear this all day today. So you picked the same as you got the same points as a 2-year-old. Gotta have some fun.
I'm taking kids to the casino from now on. They're better luck than I am.
All right. With that, we're going to take a station break. We'll be right back.
Avenatti Racing, a third-generation, family-run stable with a legacy of excellence. Centrally located between Illinois, Indiana, and Kentucky racing programs, Avenatti Racing specializes in buying yearlings, breaking, training, and racing top-performing standardbreds. Call 217-840-6469 or email AvenettiRacing@gmail.com today. Avenatti Racing, from yearling to racetrack, we build contenders.
Kerr Auction is your trusted source for ag equipment, attachments, construction gear, trucks, trailers, and hard-to-find parts. With live and online auctions at KerrAuction.com, you can bid from anywhere, field, job site, or front porch. From big equipment to small parts, if you need it, Kerr Auction has it. Don't miss your next deal. Check out KerrAuction.com today. Kerr Auction, built for the working world.
Why pay more for the same groceries? Your favorite brands at prices you'll love. Right here in Mattoon. Family owned and proud to serve our community. Proud supporters of local harness racing and the Coles County Fair. Stop in and save today. B&D Grocery in Mattoon.
Experience matters. At Simmons Stable, Illinois Hall of Fame trainer Tom Simmons, along with wife Benita, has built a legacy of developing and racing championship standardbreds. From yearling to winner's circle, every horse is guided with experience, expertise, and care. Simmons Stable, 217-801-4246.
Looking to move your mobile home? Need a roll-off dumpster at a competitive rate? Or maybe it's time to demo that old mobile home? Pine Ridge Mobile Home Transport has you covered. We serve Central Illinois with reliable mobile home transport, offer affordable roll-off dumpsters for the Springfield area, and provide expert demolition services across Illinois and Missouri. For fast, friendly service, call Wayne Decker at 217-313-9744. That's 217-313-9744. Or find Pine Ridge Mobile Home Transport on Facebook, your one-stop solution for mobile home services.
Long before the crowds arrive, the work is already underway.
Memorial. They were very close friends and big supporters of the Brown County Fair. Lost both Jay and Gary way too young. Here's your field now in the Wilkerson and Harold Memorial. Number 1, Cowboy Carter, owned by Step by Step Racing of Davenport, Florida. Mark Winchip of Canton and Scott Lester of Knoxville. Rob Riddoff is the trainer with Matt Avanetti. Number 2 is Fox Valley Lit, now owned by David Avanetti. It should read David Avanetti, the Neatfelts and Schrocks. And the Zittriches, David Avanetti is the trainer, and Wyatt Avanetti drives. Number 3, 1R Reynolds, owned by the 1R Standardbred farmer Rushville. Cole Prather trains, Connor Prather drives. Number 4, Dazzle Me Now, owned by Dan Miller of Arcola, Benita Simmons of Springfield. Tom Simmons, the trainer, Mike Rogers, the driver. Number 5, Roll the Dice, owned by Ron and D. Phillips of Athens, Jamaica Patton of Rochester, Dietrich Kelly of Canton, Mississippi, Jamaica Patton, the trainer with Mike Cox. Number 6, Fox Valley Whisper, owned by Carlos Santos of Springfield. Alex Conte is the trainer driver. Field is 6 here in race number 2, the Wilkerson and Harold Memorial, for a purse of $2,839. We'll start 5 on the gate. Fox Valley Whisper will start in the back tier.
Say, Steve,
Race 2.
We did it again. We all went with the 1, Cowboy
And
Carter
behind
on
starter
top,
Roy
and Steve
Finn,
went
and the gates
with
on the
5.
move.
So maybe you're going to swoop us again here, huh?
Cowboy Carter, Fox
Well, I
Valley
hope so.
Lit, 1R Reynolds, Dazzle Me Now, Rolled the Dice on the gate, Fox Valley Whisper in the back tier. 1R Reynolds, owned by 1R Standardbreds of Rushville. That's the Jerry Bunch farm. 1R. In respect for his father, Gary, who had his 1R in his name. The late Gary Wilson had 2 R's in his name, and they always called each other 1R and 2R. Both big supporters of the harness racing program here at the Brown County Fair. Here they come. A beautiful start for these 2-year-olds. They're off and pacing, racing into the first turn. Cowboy Carter on the inside, driving up. 1R Reynolds is right there second. Rough gated and now off stride on the inside was Fox Valley Lit. Fox Valley Lit made a break and unfortunately interfered with a few of the trailers there. They swing out of the turn and head up the backstretch. It's Cowboy Carter and Matt Avanetti by a length. Rolling up on the outside now comes Roll the Dice and Mike Cox. Roll the Dice gets a nose in front. Cowboy Carter fights back on the inside. First quarter, 29-4. 29-4, quick first quarter. Little rough gated now on the outside. Mike Cox will fall back a little bit, take the pocket with a Roll the Dice. Cowboy Carter's left on top off that quick first quarter. They come single file towards the half-mile marker. Cowboy Carter, Matt Avanetti by a length and a half. Roll the Dice is back there second. 1R Reynolds is racing third. Dazzle Me Now is racing fourth. Fox Valley Whisper is fifth. Half in 59 seconds flat over the quick strip. 59-second first half. It's Cowboy Carter by a length and a half. On the inside, still second, Roll the Dice. Hung out there third is 1R Reynolds as they head up the backstretch off the quick pace. It's Cowboy Carter by a length and a quarter. On the outside, 1R Reynolds has found a little more to go here, and 1R Reynolds is now only a half a length back as they move into the final turn. 1:30 and 2/5 of a second. Cowboy Carter on the inside, a half a length. 1R Reynolds is right there second. Racing third down on the inside. It's still Roll the Dice, and coming on late now is Dazzle Me Now, but it's all Cowboy Carter. He's drawing clear for Matt Avanetti. Cowboy Carter is going to put him away. Roll the Dice was home second, tight for third. 159 flat.
Replay picks up after the half, guys. Here as we're watching this, a nice close race. It looked like Jamaica Patton wanted to get outside, but he got boxed in back here the second
Mike
time
Cox.
around. Was it Mike
Yeah.
Cox?
But
got
yeah.
boxed in.
Yeah, there's definitely a nice race there. You know, when Connor came going past the half, he kind of blocked everybody else in, and then here comes Alex 3 wide, and they kind of just bunched up there going to 3/4 pole. Let Matt kind of sneak away and win that one, but it was tight for third and fourth. I couldn't separate between Connor and Mikey Rogers on that one, and Dazzle Me Now and 1R Reynolds. So
Well, you're going to get a chance to look at it a second time.
I want to
here.
say Rogers, but I'm not sure whether the line from where I'm sitting. Ooh, I'm not calling that. No way.
Well, I think our replay judge, Emma Schrock, just went upstairs to talk
I saw
to
her
the
too.
guys.
Yep.
And
I
so
saw.
That's one of the great things there of having that replay. Oh, look at the shot Lisa got there. Hosing
The
down.
old Bowen barn there. I see Troy, Ricky, Aunt Jan.
Multiple
Mandy.
watches on these miles, and so the timers have got their heads together. That mile actually 158 4/5.
Oh.
158 4/5. 29 and 4, 59, 130 and 2, 158 4. This in the Gary Wilkerson and J. Harold Memorial.
Okay, switching cameras. Going to lower third.
Okay, should be firing now.
And
Fair
I am
Royalty is
sorry to
trackside.
interrupt. We have a child that is missing her parents. If you have misplaced your child, she is missing you. I don't know.
Yep.
Got it here.
Cowboy Carter, number 1, owned by the Step-by-Step Racing of Davenport, Florida. Mark Winship of Canton, Illinois. And Scott Lester of Knoxville, bred by Toulon's Jeff Jones. Captain Trevor Gelding by Beyonce Blue Chip. Picks up win number 5 in just 7 starts and a lifetime best here. 158 4/5 for veteran trainer Rob Rithoff. Matt Avanetti down there with Scott Lester. Very impressive mile here. Wire to wire in 158 and 4. Again, we're honoring the late Gary Wilkerson. His brother Don's down there, sister Kathy and their families. Wilkerson family has supported the fair along with Jay Harold for many, many, many years. And both Jay Harold and Gary Wilkerson greatly missed by the community.
Okay.
And their memorial race goes impressively to the 1, Cowboy Carter.
A lot of things need to be watched there. Race judges need to see the replay from us, but that was a close race. A photo finish for third place there as Matt Avanetti gets a win there.
Picking up a catch drive for Rob Rithoff. That's a nice horse. We've seen him a couple times out here at the fairs, and he's just been, tough. I think was Carlinville the first time we saw him race?
Okay, we have some winners.
Okay, I'll take this back down as we look at the end of race 2 here.
We don't have results.
Oh, we don't have results
I don't have
yet.
third and fourth split out.
Okay.
Goes to John his lucky day. Our t-shirt winner goes to
As we wait for that result,
I think it's Morgan.
they're doing some stuff here in the grandstands, giving away some money, giving away some t-shirts and different things for prize winners as they try to sort things out and see what they're going to do here.
Good to see Joel Smith make the trip down to the Brown County Fair over here in Mount Sterling. He's a Hall of Famer here in Illinois. He's had numerous, great horses over the years. Kind of got back involved as of lately, driving for his daughter Amanda Van Winkle out of Lincoln, and good to see him make the trip down to Mount Sterling. Those bright red and green and yellow colors.
Brown County Fair lapel pin to Ryan Page. Ryan Page.
It'll be interesting, David, because I know on Sundays we used to see the likes of Franco and a whole bunch of other Chicago drivers.
Yeah,
come
Travis
down.
used to
How
come
that's
down,
gonna
and
change.
Casey used to come down. It looks like this year, I think Juan might be coming, to be honest. I think Juan is here.
Yeah, he's been at a lot of just regular county fairs because of the lack of driving up at Hawthorne, or no driving at Hawthorne for anybody as far
No,
as
not
that
right
goes.
now. No, good to see Connor Prather using the old Pinsbury Lightning out there out of the Bowen Barn. We bought that thing, I don't know, 15 years ago. I think I drove to it, Doug drove to it, Dad drove to that bike, and now Connor Prather's out here.
The winner, number 2, Fox Valley Lit, finished 6th. Number 3, 1R Reynolds was 4th. Number
I
4,
was right.
Dazzle Me Now finished 3rd. Number 5, Roll the Dice was 2nd. And number 6, Fox Valley Whisper was 5th. First quarter was in 29 and 4. The half in 59 seconds flat. 3/4 in 1:30 and 2/5. The mile 1:58 4/5. Checks down 164, 3-2, 5 on the bottom, 1:58 and 4.
I can't say anything. I came well. I gave up 30 points to the 2-year-old on that one.
It happens.
Yeah.
I hit that trifecta after the photo shook out. But Harrison, do you remember, speaking of that bike that Connor's on, I think even Harrison and Theo have ridden on that bike and been pulled around out here.
First Division, the Vic Cassing Memorial.
Remember we used to give you guys rides pulling you around on the
Oh,
race
yeah.
bikes? I think that's the one that Connor's driving right now out there on the track. So that bike's definitely got some good use.
Yeah.
That was the second Pinsbury Lightning. Oh, Connor's got his hands full.
Yeah, you're right up behind the horse in that bike.
It sits you up a little higher, closer. Dad didn't like the underslung ones. He stayed away from those. We used a wooden shaft bike really up until about 2002, to be honest. And then we finally bought a Bowen and Brink race bike, a Brodeur Golden Light, Custom Light, I don't know, whatever it was. And that was the first metal shaft bike we had. And it definitely sits you a little different than those old wooden shaft bikes. You sit up close over their butt. And these guys now are kind of underslung, sitting kind
Over
of below the hocks.
$60,000 will be raced for tomorrow. One of the richest days in Illinois County Fair racing tomorrow. The Downstate Classic for Illinois-bred 2-year-olds. Their final prep before the Illinois State Fair, which kicks
You wanna
off
do an
next
AI?
Thursday in
Sure.
Springfield. 10 races
I don't think they're out
tomorrow,
yet,
over
are they? Maybe they are.
$60,000 in purses. Again tomorrow, $25 per race for.
All right, David, I'm going to make a switch here to.
We'll do one of our favorite things here. Let's do an AI image, folks. Let's get one of our favorite things out here to do. We're going to throw up the track side and give you some hints here. This is an AI horse. Brady, pay attention. He's not. But those of you following along at home, this is one of our well-known horses across the Illinois circuit for the last few years. The first hint being that's the ticket. And the second hint being owned by in-laws. Those of you paying attention, I'll check the group chat here. I know it takes a while for that to go out and for people to get a chance to read it. Go ahead, keep going with those. Oh, Jody got it. So
Jody got it real fast.
Jody got it real fast. So, and Rachel got it. So we'll wait till we can get those load up on the YOLO, and we'll throw them up on the screen for you. There's Jody. Great seats. And Rachel got it too. But how cool is that? Just a nice pull down the track side and give them a nice view of the great seats photo. I thought that was just a cool photo, to be honest. I might use that somewhere on the website or something.
All right.
Want to do the next one, or I don't have the hints up for it yet, if that's the matter. We'll do after the next race or something, so we can spread them out.
Save that. Can't give them away
I know,
all at once.
I know. I get eager.
Yeah.
Harrison, did you know that one?
I don't think so.
Do you know Great Seats? You ever seen Great Seats race? Maybe not. That's out of the Wyatt Avenatti and Dave Avenatti.
And if I did, I was probably little. So.
Oh, just a couple years ago.
Oh.
Well, last night he was saying we thought he was 5, right? Put Ed back
We'll
up
go
here.
ahead and parade them.
Oh,
Number
yeah,
1
here's
is Zion Shelby Girl, owned by Perry Tillman Jr. of Bolton, Mississippi. Isaac Love, the trainer driver. 2 will be a Shady Maple Dream and Freddie Patton Jr. They'll catch up here in a second. Shady Maple Dream, owned by Tony Jobell of Windsor and Freddie Patton Jr. of Clinton, Mississippi. Hall of Famer Freddie Patton Jr. driving. Number 3, Lou's Recruit, on Olivia Tholey of Charleston. Jill Brown is the trainer with Chris Brown drives. And number 4, Milkshake, on by Ron Phillips of Athens. Jamaica Patton of Rochester. And Sherry Beletovic of Platteville, Colorado. Jamaica Patton trains and drives.
Well, we're splitting up evenly here. It looks like today's third race, where Steve and I both went 2-4-3, and Lisa and James went 4-2-3. So that battle between Milkshake and Shady Maple Dream will determine who's going to take the points home today's third race.
Yeah.
Harrison, who you going with? Pick a horse.
Let's see. Shady Maple Dream.
Pretty soon. Shady Maple Dream.
I'll go with you and Steve, too.
Perfect.
Yep.
Theo's asking about rides. I might have to sneak him over to the barn area and see if I can pawn him off on Aunt Jan after the races or something, but appreciate
Vic
you.
Casting Memorial, of course. Vic, the longtime Ace hardware man here in Brown County. His family continues that tradition, led by Mary, who's still very active in the operation. Vic Casting never missed the harness races here at the Brown County Fair over many, many decades. Also enjoyed going to the Illinois State Fair at Springfield, and especially down at the DuQuoin State Fair. Vic was very astute handicapper of standardbred horses, followed them for many, many, many years. This is the Vic Casting Memorial. Are at the gate. Roy Finn has the mobile starting gate on the move. Zion's Shelby Girl, Isaac Love. Shady Maple Dream with Freddie Patton Jr. Lou's Recruit, Chris Brown. Milkshake, Jamaica Patton.
Yeah, I did. No sense. You had me looking for Howard. I looked at some bad lines there. And I'm
Trying to do it now.
on the man. He's basically charging there.
Some of those RGs you put on there.
Yeah.
Now it's all on X.
Here
they come. And they're off and trotting on the inside. Freddie Patton Jr., Shady Maple Dream with the early lead. Jamaica's right there second, and Shady Maple Dream has made a break. Shady Maple Dream is off stride, so that leaves Milkshake on top. And now Milkshake jumps out to about a 10-length lead for Jamaica Patton there as we head up the backstretch. Milkshake, he's got a win in 7 starts this year. He won at Paris in 2:13 3/5. Milkshake, the brother to the talented Heath Bar, leads by about 10 lengths off the quarter in 34 seconds. First quarter in 34 seconds here for these 2-year-old trotting colts. Oh, 30-4. Whoa, change that, folks. Big update there. First quarter was in 30 4/5. He's buzzing right along here. As they come towards the half, it's all Milkshake. He's going to be tough to catch. But I will say that the 2 Shady Maple Dream is trying hard to do just that. He's won 2 out of his last 3, or that filly has. And she's in chase the half and 102 flat. Jamaica to the half and 102. And Freddie's trotting very fast with Shady Maple Dream. Made up a lot of ground, now only 4 lengths off. They're off the 5/8. They head up the back stretch. It's a Milkshake, but Shady Maple Dream, off a pretty rare break, is right there second. We're going to have a horse race yet. Looked like it was going to be a jog in the park for Milkshake. No longer looks that way with a quarter of a mile to go. It's Milkshake on top by 3. Shady Maple Dream is there second. The 3/4, 133.4. Shady Maple Dream would have used up quite a bit of energy to make up all that ground, and Milkshake looks real strong here at the head of the stretch. It's Milkshake on top. Shady Maple Dream is back there second in this 2-year-old trot, and Milkshake's going to put him away. Milkshake goes off stride. Milkshake goes off stride, but he had a big lead, and Jamaica clearly took him up, so I think Milkshake will remain the winner, but we'll see. We got judges to make that determination. Milkshake was the first horse under the wire, although he was on a gallop, and Shady Maple Dream was second.
Well, David, from a horseman's perspective, all you have to do is try to bring that horse back in, right? And give up ground?
It's a judgment call. You have to slow the horse down and lose ground. And the call there is, was Jamaica slowing the horse down enough to get back on stride, or was he trying to keep momentum going across and beat Freddie across the wire, even if on a gallop? He wanted to get to the wire before Freddie lapped onto him, meaning Freddie's horse was up onto the back of his horse. Because if you're on a break crossing the wire and another horse is kind of within that length or lapped on you, you lose that spot and forfeit it to them.
I got to go with Fred.
We'll let Steve go ahead and work with the judges on determining what's going on with that. What's up, Harrison?
Look, he's down there.
That mile, 2:03, 2/5 of a second.
Oh, Justin?
2:03, 2/5.
Nice mile for 2-year-old trotters out
Only
here.
a second and a fifth off the all-time track record here for a 2-year-old Colton Gelding trotter. Actually, the track record was set back in 2016 by the very same Jamaica Patton with Lugazi. In 2016, Lugazi wins for Jamaica Patton here in 2:02 and 1/5. The track record for a 2-year-old trotting colt or gelding. This mile, a very impressive, eye-catching 2:03, 2/5 of a second. Quarter of 30 and 4. The half was in 1:02. 3/4, 133.4. The mile, I believe, pretty confidently, the second fastest trotting mile by a 2-year-old colt or gelding ever at the Brown County Fair. The very same Jamaica Patton has the track record with Lugazi, but this is a big mile. Milkshake's a 2-year-old gelded son of Southwind Chrome from Milky Way by Chocolatier, bred by Nathan's is Ron Phillips, owned by Ron and Jamaica, and Sherry Beletovic of Platteville, Colorado. Made a break at the wire, but the judges have cleared him now. It's official. Milkshake in 2:03, 2/5 of a second. Sherry Beletovic is down there in the winner's circle with our fair royalty. With this fine 2-year-old. Good to see Monty Thompson here. Brenda Watson, the legislative consultant for the Illinois Standard or the Illinois Horsemen's Association, also down there in the winner's circle with numerous members of the Vic Cassine family for the Vic Cassine Memorial Trophy presentation. Heads up on the warming up horses, everybody.
We have some winners. The winner of
Okay, David. Let's take a look at things here. What do we got?
Well, you guys know the trifecta.
Lisa and James, the trifecta.
And you and I were subject to the judge's determination saying Jamaica can keep that win. Otherwise, we would have flip-flopped there. But congratulations to little James for his first trifecta, we'll call it. First lifetime trifecta for James Bowen, 2 years old.
All right. With that, I tell you what, the race has already been called official, correct?
I don't think so. Did he? I think
Yeah,
he's cleared Jamaica for that. But, I mean, technically it probably is. But you want to go ahead and roll with it?
Yeah, let's roll with it because I thought that's what he said as Brad.
He said it was official that Jamaica was going to take the win, but not the results were full official.
All right, we can wait for that.
No, it's probably fine. That was the only thing that I was probably questionable in that mile. So.
All right. And so we appreciate and another good race, David, as we get ready to do things there. We'll talk about this. I can throw it up on the screen, I guess, and use that instead of what I have up there. Hey, we have some new things to announce, right?
There they are. Yep, they're on the screen. Couple new dates added to the Harness Tube schedule. Exciting to bring to you the 2-year-old Cardinal and Violet, September 16th on a Wednesday at 11 a.m. And then on Saturday, September 26th, we'll be at Springfield covering the Illinois Day of Champions. This is the program. This is the program.
We'll go back.
Girl was fourth. Number 2, Shady Maple Dream was second. Number 3, Lose Recruit was third. And number 4, Milkshake, your winner. Now, Milkshake clearly made a break and ran under the wire. But Brad Dyer, presiding judge, one of the best in the business, saw that Jamaica gathered him up. He lost ground, and the horse that was second was well off him several lengths back. So that's why there was no disqualification or penalty there. First quarter was in 30 and 4, half in 102, 3/4 in 133 and 4, the mile 203 and 2/5 of a second. Race 3 checks from the top down, 4, 2, 3, 1 on the bottom, 203, 2/5. Second fastest trotting mile by Colton Gelding in the history of the Brown County Fair. And we've been racing here, by the way, folks, since 1878. This racetrack was laid out in 1878, and was harness racing at the Brown County Fair in 1878. No changes in race 4, the Dan Teefy Memorial, second division of the 2-year-old trot. They'll race for a purse of $2,595.
All right, you ready to do it?
If you are.
Okay. Next
Other graphic
image is we'll put up the second AI for you guys to take a guess at.
Folks, this one, throw up the, you gotta get the track side, okay. So this horse has an Illinois bred sire. For those of you playing at home with our AI generated horse images, I'll try to get the YouTube chat up. Harrison, what's that second one say?
Second one, descendant of Dancing Almahurst.
And that one should be a pretty big dead giveaway. Those of you who remember Illinois racing from the late 70s, early 80s, remember that horse, Dancing Almahurst. She trained right here on the Brown County Fair as her 2-year-old year, campaigned by my father, Alan Bowen, to a national seasons champion. I think she won 20-some races that year. Went on to be a heck of a race mare. Our third hint, for those of you, I'm still watching the chats. I'm not getting anything in my text messages either, so we'll keep going over here. Got someone asking me if Harrison's driving a Ford tractor. That's not him on the track. No, he's up here with us, but I'm not sure who's driving the tractor. Probably one of Brock Buss's boy, maybe? I don't know. I didn't see. But still looking for that third. This one, here you go. There's your third hint. This one should drive it home for you. Snoz's Pride and Joy. That's a dead giveaway, I know. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Oh, that's actually
Luke Metz's boy?
Luke Metz's
It is.
boy.
It sure is.
Yep.
King JP41 is our, there we go, is our winner for the $0 prize. Actually, maybe Jody Bennett get the full name out there if we want to give her half of King JP's $0. There it is. Skeeter Machine and Jody Bennett. Jody was saying it sounds like her and her husband are going to have to spend an anniversary weekend at the races again this year with the
is needing a
Day of Champions races.
Give us an arm. We have.
Okay. We'll pull that down and we'll go to a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages.
Forgot. We're up.
Track after track. Kevin Miller Stable campaigns winning standardbreds across the Midwest. Kev Miller Stable, 217-254-0170.
For over 40 years, horses have been our way of life. Built on experience, patience, and care. From sale preparation to rehabilitation, we are committed to helping horses reach their potential. Brenneman Equine, a tradition of horsemanship. Call Lamar or Ronnie today.
Real craftsmanship still exists at Yoder's Custom Woodworking and Amish Furniture. From custom kitchens and built-ins to handcrafted furniture, outdoor poly, and more. Family owned and trusted since 1995. Visit Yoder's in Sullivan or call 217-728-2166 today.
David, we've got 11 races on the card today.
10
Tomorrow we will have how many?
10 races.
10 races on for tomorrow?
Yep.
Well, that's great news.
And I want to give credit where credit's due. That was Jordan Patton, King JP41 in the chats. He correctly got the Skeeter Machine AI image. I told Jordan he should be here racing. He was last year on Saturday. He was our leading driver, I believe. But he said he's at home getting his downstate horses ample rest. So I can't fault him for that.
Is it almost a give-in? Who's going to get the championship belt?
Well, that's the thing. Is we were looking at good point. We're talking about the championship belt. We're doing the harness tube championship belt. It's like a like a WWE championship or a boxing belt or whatever. And the points are on our website. You can follow along all summer long. We were going to present the championship tomorrow at our final broadcast, but adding those two events on, I think it's only right to wait until the Day of Champions and to include the harness tube belt as part of the Day of Champions presentation. So I think Wyatt's almost double on top of Matt, so he should have it locked up, but we still have 2 full cards left, so we'll see what happens.
Association 2-year-old trot, the Dan Teefy Memorial. Number 1 is ABC Gangster, owned by Autumn Nelson of Chrisman. David Evanetti trains with Wyatt driving. 2 Unlimited Credit, owned by Mike Brink of Springfield. Ray Hanna of Altamont. Ray trains with Mike Brink driving. Number 3, Rolex Complex, owned by Molly Baldus of Hannah City. Cole and Connor Prather of Springfield. Cole trains with Connor driving. Number 4, Wild on Waldorf, owned by Doug Graham of Springfield. Doug trains and drives. And number 5, Johnny Hawkinsville, owned by Craig and Kurt and Leo Grummel of Carrollton. Kurt Grummel trains and drives. 5 starters here in the 4th. No changes from your program.
What size you wear, Brady? This is you're a medium? I like my shirt. You gotta get back in the weight room, man.
Race 4, 16th out. Gates picking up speed. Here they come. Off and trotting, another great start. They're 4 wide here going into the first turn. ABC Gangster on the inside. Off strike goes Unlimited Credit. Driving up is Rolex Complex. Rolex Complex with a nose in front. ABC Gangster's right there second. Johnny Hawkinsville is racing third. A big gap back to Wild on Waldorf. Back trotting but trailing is Unlimited Credit. 5 Illinois bred 2-year-old trotters racing up the backstretch. Rolex Complex looks strong on top. He's going for his third in a row. He's going for his fifth in his last 6, and he leads him into the upper turn here for Connor Prather. 31 3/5 of a second, 31-3 off the quarter. It's Rolex Complex, Southwind Chrome Gelding. He leads by a length and a half. ABC Gangster right on his back. Then we got Johnny Hawkinsville with the leaders there at third. 6 more back to Wild on Waldorf and Unlimited Credit as we trot towards that half-mile marker. Strong on top, it's Rolex Complex. Rolex Complex still leads by a length and a half as they race over to the 5/8 mile marker. Back there second is ABC Gangster. Half in 102 3/5 of a second. 102.3 as they move past the draw gate. Rolex Complex now leads by 2. ABC Gangster's back there second. Johnny Hawkinsville is trotting third, a gap of 4 back to Wild on Waldorf, who's trotting well there for Doug. And then we've got the trailer, Unlimited Credit with a 1/4 of a mile to trot. It's Rolex Complex. He's confident on top. He leads by about 3. Johnny Hawkinsville comes on second on the outside. 3/4, 134-2. 134-2 off the 3/4. It's Rolex Complex, but Johnny Hawkinsville is trotting big on the outside. ABC Gangster fighting back on the inside, though. We're in the stretch. It's Rolex Complex. ABC Gangster retakes second, but it's going to be Rolex Complex over a closing. ABC Gangster at the wire. Johnny Hawkinsville home third.
203 flat. That's a huge last quarter. The horse doesn't stake to the.
103.
Well, David, that was quite the finish there.
It was. You say 103 flat? That's what I heard. Nice mile there for Rolex Complex. Hey, the old Lightning still has some life in it getting a win out there. How about that, folks?
Hey.
The race bike still doing its thing.
And I tell you what, the track had been 20 feet longer, and I don't think it would have won that race.
James hit the trifecta. We all went the opposite way, 3-5-1. James went 3-1-5, so he gets all 87 points in today's 4th race. We got to share 70 amongst all of us.
Wow. And he's in second place behind Lisa.
At mile 203 flat.
Whoops, I put 103.
203 flat
Big mile.
for that mile. Very impressive. First division in 203.2. They come right back here in 203 flat. So this becomes the second fastest trotting mile by a Calder Gelding. We've had a filly go a little faster, but this mile 203 flat makes the last quarter in 28 3/5, the last half in 1 minute and 2/5 of a second over this lightning fast racetrack. Tom Parker and his crew have been working on it for at least a couple of weeks before the fair even started, and
cat
through tractor pulls and everything, rodeos and everything else, several rains, they've made this thing
Oh, yeah.
extremely quick, as you can see from these miles. And it should be nothing but better tomorrow when we've got over $60,000 in purses and the Downstate Classic, so you don't want to miss that. $25 a race again tomorrow. This race, the Dan Teefy Memorial. His great-granddaughter Tasha Tay and Elliot Teefy down there. Rolex Complex, owned by Molly Baldus of Hannah City, Colin Connor Prather of Springfield. This is quite an impressive mile here. New record, 203 a flat in the Dan Teefy Memorial.
Everybody gets to pet the cat. I won't do that because I'll have to leave.
Allergies.
Results of that race now official. Number 1, ABC Gangster was second. Number 2, Unlimited Credit finished fifth. Number 3, Rolex Complex, the winner. Number 4, Wallon Waldorf was fourth. And number 5, Johnny Hawkinsville finished third. First quarter was in 31 3/5. The half in 102 3/5. 3 quarters in 134 2/5. The mile 203 flat. Race 4 checks from the top, 25143 on the bottom. A very snappy 203 flat. Race number 5 is next. We got several driver changes in race 5. 1 Fox Valley Polaris will now be driven by Mike Cox. The 2 April Sunlight IYQ by Mike Rogers. And the 5 Fox Valley Barbie by Marcus Detweiler. Mike Cox on the 1, Mike Rogers on the 2, Marcus Detweiler on the 5. Be the Gibbonitis McNeff Memorial. That presentation will be made by Frank and Sue Moore.
Okay, we have some winners.
All right, David got us back up with our sponsors. I want to thank all of our sponsors, all of our advertisers and donors. We can't do what we do without that as far as that goes.
It takes money to make the world go around, doesn't it? And
it does.
We figure out we have some expenses out on the road and equipment and gas and lodging and whatnot. We appreciate everyone chipping in, keeping us moving forward, and keeping it free for you all.
Well, David, being on the road this week, Elise and I noticed something unusual that we normally don't notice.
What's that?
We came back out of Marshall after racing the other night. What was it, about 8:30, 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
And we were on I-70, and in a stretch of
Oh,
road,
yep.
we saw like 66 semis and 6 cars.
I thought you were going to talk about the 70-foot cross along the highway there.
Well, no, that's there at Effingham.
Effingham,
and also,
yeah.
Also got one down at
Mount
Knoxville,
Vernon?
Tennessee.
Oh, okay. Yep. That's pretty
And
cool.
so that's pretty cool. But, folks, I tell you, I had uncles that were in trucking for years. 4 out of the 5 boys in my dad's family, he was the only non-trucker in the family. And they were complaining when CDL license came out, and it was going to be harder for people to get truck driving license.
Oh, yeah.
And I talked about it being gold. Well, guess what? That's how many we saw on the road, and I can tell you we saw at least that many, if not more, setting off the side, taking their time off with the electronic logging that's in. So I'm telling you, if you're looking for a job that pays really well,
right,
truck driving's one of those jobs people in a lot of
and
trucking
there's
companies
so many
will.
good companies that are good family-owned companies, good to work for. They want to get you home when they can. Dispatch works with you.
Yeah, we've got one, Eklund. I
was going to say, Eklund's a great company up in Wisconsin. We're about, what are we looking at, maybe a mile or two from Dot Foods in there. You know, they have a great Dot Transportation wing or
Yeah, I know with them,
division.
they will pay your tuition. They will pay you while you're going to
Right.
school. And then if you pass everything, there's, number one, on-the-job training, but number 2, there's job placement there.
Absolutely, you know, and that's so important in today's world, that income starting from day one and not having to go out and try to, build up that nest egg. So we
Yeah,
appreciate.
we're talking 80 to 100,000 and above.
They're real good jobs, absolutely, especially for small town America here in the middle of the heartland in Illinois. It's not always easy work, and the hours aren't always short, but it's honest pay, and they're crammed in the starting gate. Roy doesn't know what to think, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Well,
Harrison, we always ask about. There went a water bottle. Oh well, it's gone
I've got
forever.
one down here.
Harrison, we always try to come up with interesting, clever, or amusing horse names. What is coming off the top of your head as far as what would you name a horse given the chance to name it whatever you wanted to?
There was one time where I'd asked Dad about, this horse looks different than all the other horses because it was like fat and chunky and it was a young one. And they said, yeah, they go from fat and chunky to lean and mean. And I was like, that's a good name, lean and mean.
How about that?
Lean and mean.
Oh, I think fat and chunky would be a really good name.
I've owned a couple of those. I can guarantee you that. They don't want to go very fast. I think one of the last few horses I owned was Danny's Wildflower, and she was built like a sausage.
Yeah, and my favorites this year as we look at horses and body styles, the tall and short prospect is coming back. Long legs,
horse?
short body on a lot of harness horses that are good harness horses.
Yeah, you kind of they call them long coupled, meaning that between the front and rear legs is you have some length there because there's less interference, more coverage when your legs are extended out. You're getting more ground. It's one of those things that you try to look for the perfect body shape, but everyone is, so you kind of got to figure out what you can live with and see if you can see someone who might grow into some muscle and some bone structure or something.
Absolutely. I mean, some nice-looking horses out there. And they haven't, we were talking about this last night, I don't think they've set the date for the Illini Classic yet.
They're looking at October. I haven't heard a hard and fast date, but keep your ear to the ground for that one because they are planning on having an Illini Classic sale.
And folks, if you've never been, you don't have to buy a horse. I just sit on my hands all day because if I put it up, I'm liable to get slugged up the side of the head by my wife. But, David, you can get into incremental ownership now for little or nothing, right?
Yeah, you can look across the country. There's what they call fractional ownership where they offer as little as 1% of a horse, maybe even 0.5% of a horse. And I've been saying it for 3 years. We really need to get an Illinois group and go buy a group horse. I've got a group of about 8 to 10 people who I'm pretty sure would be interested in something if they knew that the investment would be reasonable and that the monthly bill would be within reason and expectation and not catching them with curveballs every so often. So we're going to try to get that together. If you have interest, reach out to me. There's other organizations out there, the stable.ca out of Canada. They do a wonderful job across the whole North America. It's not – we're not the sport of kings, as they call thoroughbreds. We don't have to be a sheik or an oil baron to own horses in this sport. You can be an average blue-collar guy. I think I hear Tifa will go to today's 5th race post-parade.
Gib and Inez, they supported the Brown County Fair for generations. Gib had many a harness horse in the Allen Bowen barn. Named a lot of them after the township from where he presided, Buckhorn. Buckhorn Becky and Buckhorn Society and a host of other horses with the Buckhorn prefix. This is a Gib and Inez McNiff Memorial. Here's the field. Number 1 is Fox Valley Polaris, over Mark Winship of Canton, Monty Thompson of London Mills, Jamaica Patton of Rochester, and Ryan Sperry of Springfield. Jamaica trains with Mike Cox driving. 2 is April Sunlight IYQ, owned by Milton Greer of Jackson, Tennessee. Mike Rogers will now train. 3 is Trevor's Red Hot Girl, owned by Donna Krebs of Cantrell and Carlos Santos of Springfield. Alex Kente is the trainer with Matt Avanetti. 4 is Fox Valley Mai Tai, owned by David Avanetti and Emma Avanetti and Kevin Neatfelt of Christmas, Sydney, and Piatone. David Avanetti trains with Wyatt Avanetti driving. And number 5, Fox Valley Barbie, owned by Kevin Miller of Arthur, Bart Seals of Mason, and the Whites of Altamont. Kevin Miller is the trainer with Marcus Detweiler now driving. I want to thank our parade marshals today, Tony and Corey Mathena. Tony is 16, Corey just 13. Tony's been riding on cash, a 5-year-old quarter horse at Gelding. And Corey is on June Bug, a 6-year-old quarter horse at Gelding. Of course, their parents are Michael and Sheena Mathena. Should see a quick one here with the 2-year-old trotters going in 2:03. These are a talented field of 3-year-old Illinois bred pacing fillies in the McNiff Memorial. All 5 on the gate. Fox Valley Mai Tai has won her last 2. She's won 3 out of her last 5, 6 out of 18 this year. 16th out, and here they come. Great start. On the inside, Fox Valley Polaris is away well. On the outside, driving out there is a Fox Valley Mai Tai. Mai Tai now has the lead by a length, 2 lengths. Back to second is Fox Valley Polaris. Racing third here in the early going is April Sunlight IYQ. Trevor's Red Hot Girl is on the inside there of 4th. And Fox Valley Barbie trails the 5 fillies, all in contention. They're only about 6 lengths separates all 5 of them as they move past the quarter-mile marker. 31 seconds. That's a pretty leisurely first quarter for Mai Tai. She leads by 2.5 for Wyatt Avenatti. Fox Valley Mai Tai looking for her 3rd in a row. Her fourth out of her last 6. Now she leads by 4. Fox Valley Polaris sitting back there. Here comes Trevor's Red Hot Girl. She's not going to wait. She moves up now for Matt Avenatti as the piece of quickened past the half here. It's Fox Valley Mai Tai by 2.5 lengths. Fox Valley Polaris on the inside. Trevor's Red Hot Girl parked on the outside 3rd, half in 101 and 1. 101, 1/5 off the half. They move past the draw gate. They're over to the 5/8. It's Fox Valley Mai Tai by 2.5 lengths. Fox Valley Polaris is still there 2nd. Trevor's Red Hot Girl going the long mile. She's parked out there 3rd. Fox Valley Barbie moves up on the outside on the cover of Trevor's Red Hot Girl with a 1/4 mile to go. And now Mai Tai will shift gears and she jumps out to 4. 3/4 and 131 flat. 131 flat off the 3/4. Trevor's Red Hot Girl rough gated. She goes off stride and drops back, and it's going to be all Fox Valley Mai Tai. She stole this one for Wyatt Avenatti off of some very slow fractions here over this lightning fast racetrack. And so when he asked her to go on, she did. It's all Fox Valley Mai Tai. Fox Valley Polaris will be 2nd. April Sunlight IYQ 3rd. Then Fox Valley Barbie. 158 2/5.
Yeah, we didn't do very good. James is kind of showing us both up, David.
Lisa's got an 8-point lead right now, but what does that mean? What does that say official? Okay, it's not official. Mine's wrong. But how about that last quarter, folks? Fox Valley Mai Tai gets to the 3/4 and 131 flat, paces a mile and 158 and 2. My math makes that last quarter about 27 and 2/5 of a second. That's fast no matter what size track you're on, let alone a half-mile county fair track that just had a tractor pull over it less than 24 hours ago. We want to give a quick shout-out to the whole track crew, the fair board, doing a great job here because they're
last quarter in
smoking.
57 and 1. Or excuse me, the last half in 57 and 1. Last quarter in 27 and 2 for a mile and 158 and 2. Frank and Sue Moore walking into the winner's circle. Sue saw her mother and father in that winner's circle many, many times here at the Brown County Fair. They'll be presenting the Gibbon Inez Memorial Trophy presentation here.
Make lane walk.
This mile, 158 and 2. Track record for a 3-year-old pacing filly set back in 2016 by Buckle Girl Bobette and Sam Widger, 157 flat. Your fair royalty coming trackside. Secretary Treasurer of the Illinois Standardbred Association, Tina Walker Schrock, is down there with her daughter, Emma Avenatti. Emma's one of the owners of the winner of this race. Her husband, Lane, walking down here now. David Avenatti, Marietta Walker, all down there in Victory Lane. Fox Valley Mai Tai is a 3-year-old daughter, A Time to Roll from Fox Valley Tiramisu by Sportsmaster. Bred by Athens' Ron Phillips, owned by David Avenatti of Chrisman. Emma Avenatti of Sydney and Kevin Neatfeld of Piatone. Trained by David, well handled here by Wyatt Avenatti. He got a very soft first half of 101.01 and said goodbye to the field here in 158 and 2, and he wins the Gibbon Inez McNeff Memorial.
McMemorial.
Fox Valley Mai Tai wins for the 3rd straight time. She's won 4 out of her last 6. She's won 7 and 19 this year. This mile a quick 158 and 2/5. Al Brodsky down there in the blue shirt. Al hails from Chicago. He's a professional photographer, been to the Brown County Fair several times over the last several years, and Al Brodsky gets his very good professional pictures in a lot of the trade magazines throughout the country, and they featured the harness races here at the Brown County Fair, thanks to Al Brodsky on numerous occasions.
So you don't use this. Oh, you're up.
All right, David, a very good race there. As we take a look at the results coming up, as you said it, James, the 2-year-old, 75 points. Lisa got 50. She's still in first place.
Results of the 5th race now official. Number 1, Fox Valley Polaris finished 2nd. Number 2, April Sunlight IYQ was 3rd. Number 3, Trevor's Red Hot Girl was 5th. Number 4, Fox Valley Mai Tai, the winner. Number 5, Fox Valley Barbie finished 4th. First quarter was in 31 seconds. The half in 1:01 and 1. 3 quarters in 1:31. The mile 1:58 and 2. Race 5 checks down 2, 3, 5, 1, 4 on the bottom. 1:58 and 2. Up next will be race 6, the Bowen Memorial, in memory of Harvey Bowen Sr., Harvey Bowen Jr., Butch Bowen, and Alan Bowen. They all trained right here at the Brown County Fairgrounds, covering a span of about 70 years. Mike Rogers will drive the 1 Calico Sunset. The 1 Calico Sunset will now be driven by Mike Rogers.
Yep. I didn't get those changes. Are we up?
Yeah, we are up.
Cool.
You got something to talk about there?
I heard Tiffy make a change, and I was double checking that one. Harrison, this being the Bowen Memorial, this has a little sentimental value to you as well,
we have
right?
some winners.
Can you take her
We
out,
have
Steve? There we go. Thank you. Harrison, do you remember much about coming out to the horse barn before Grandpa passed away?
Yeah. It was really, for me, it was boring. I wouldn't say boring, but then I was 6. I wasn't really interested in it at the time. I was always on my iPad. Turns out I had horse allergy. I was allergic to horses and all the dust out here. But unfortunately, now that Grandpa's passed, I don't have those allergies anymore because I've taken allergy shots. And it's kind of sad because I don't get to be out here working anymore, and I'm not able to do that. But it was fun because we always woke up, got free breakfast. Wouldn't say free, but I got free breakfast.
Renee's Place breakfast, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, some of the best pancakes there. Anywho, I remember sitting at the little, the little box?
Yep, the little booth there, the little jumper booster seat.
Yeah.
Look at that star on that horse. That's pretty.
It's pretty, yeah.
But you don't remember, you probably don't remember Grandpa Bowen, do you? No, or Butch or anything? So
no.
This memorial goes back generations, buddy. I mean, before even me, I think Harvey Sr., my great-grandpa, passed away in the 70s, I want to say. Harvey Jr., of course, raced horses for many years around here, trained over there in the side barn, passed away in, I think, 2000. I'm good. We're good. You want one? Okay, cool. He's out.
Oh, yeah.
But it's always good to see the Bowen Memorial. We have a chance to win this thing. Looking at the 5 horse, that's owned by local connections, Doug Bowen, brother, and Troy Market, his father-in-law. So, of course, we're going to cheer for that one. I didn't really pick her first because, Doug did good. James did. I'm proud of that one. But I went 1-3-5 in this race, so I think she's going to hit the board. But it's going to be a Bowen Brink affair in the winner's circle for the Bowen Memorial either way. I'm going out there, so it lets you probably make it official if that's okay.
Yep,
Fair enough.
I can do that.
I've
or
talked to
we'll
Theo.
make it official when you get back, probably.
Or when I go down there before, either one probably. But
yeah, for sure going out there.
Good to be back at the fair. Spent a lot of hours out here from the ages of 6 to 36 probably or more. And it's nice to look over there on the bench under the sycamore tree. We spent a lot of time, sitting there shooting the breeze. I know a lot of horsemen have sat there over the years too. And it's good to see horses out here at the fair. Doug took his horses to Matt Avenatti, I think, earlier this year. And we haven't had a horse train out here in a few months, and it kind of feels a little odd in Brown County to not have a horse on the fairgrounds.
Yeah, because they had to work on the track a lot more this year because there's
of the wash spots, yeah.
Horse training out here, and Harrison, I can remember your dad. Now, he would have been probably a little more teenage years. Freckle-faced, red-headed guy, lanky, coming out on the track for different
Do you have a YOLO image? I might have had something throw up from the...
I can go to it. Hang on just a second.
There's images from Cast. This one right. Nope. Right there. Let's throw that one up there. This came up on my Facebook feed today, folks. This was, I think, 20. I'm gonna get this wrong. 3, 4. How long? This was Skeeter Machine winning the ICF 4-wheeled and up pace a few years ago. Doug's first driving win here at Brown County. Skeeter Machine, of course, went on to do great things for our barn. And right there in the yellow hat, white sleeve shirt, there's Snoz Greer in the front of that picture, and all of his friends and family behind. That was just a really, important day for, I know, Skeeter and the Bowen family and everybody at the. Is there another one from the Yellow Cast we can grab, or did I not?
Well, hang on. I want to see if I can do something here with this to see if I can.
Well, the other one I was gonna show had the boys.
Let me see if I can.
The boys in it.
Let me see if I can zoom in.
I think it's the last photo that has Harrison and Theo in the winner circle.
That's a little
grab the other one.
Closer picture that everybody can see. A lot of people in that picture. And so then grab the other picture you said.
From Yellow Cast.
Okay. And we'll get that up there in just a second.
This was one that Doug had sent to me a week or so ago. Right there. This was when we were over at Lincoln broadcasting. Doug sent me this. Was Western Perch winning the Downstate Classic over at Lincoln 2019, so it's been 7 years ago. But this picture, I think, is the last time that both Harrison and Theo were in the winter circle with me. So I definitely really have this picture hung up at home. It means a lot to me to see that mile. I remember that mile very vividly. So just good to celebrate those Bowen Memorial and Brink and just those memories we have from the family ahead of Dad and Grandpa and Butch's and Great Grandpa's Memorial here in today's 6th race. I'll throw it to Ed, 'cause I think I hear a post parade coming.
Here you go. There's
post parade's coming. Post parade's coming.
Mike Rogers driving. To a San Antonio Storm, owned by Rushville's George Pollock. Cole Prather trains. Connor Prather driving. 3 Bombs Away Captain, owned by Joel Smith of Springfield. The Romanos of Delaware. Bart Seals of Mason. Smiths of Lincoln. Amanda Van Winkle's the trainer. Joel Smith driving. 4 is League of Her Own, owned by Jim Cravens of Buffalo. Bonita Simmons of Springfield. Tom Simmons trains with Wyatt Evanetti. And number 5, ERM Rose, owned by Matt Evanetti of Chrisman. Doug Bowen of Mount Sterling. Troy Market of Mount Sterling. Matt Evanetti trains with Matt Evanetti driving. Race 6 should be a good one. Calico Sunset, she's won 2 out of her last 3. 3 out of her last 6. Five fillies. All 5 will be on the gate here in the Bowen Memorial. Gates at the head of the stretch. It'll start picking up speed now. 5 good Illinois-bred 3-year-old pacing fillies, the 16th out. And here they come. Good start for the fillies. Calico Sunset drives out the inside with some authority. San Antonio Rose is away a second. Bombs Away, Bombs Away Captains Racing a third. Back there, 4th, League of Her Own, and ERM Rose. Calico Sunset by a length and a quarter. San Antonio Storm. Her mother was Rose. This is Storm. San Antonio Storm is their second. Racing a third, Bombs Away Captain. Back there, 4th, is League of Her Own, and ERM Rose past the quarter in 30 1/5 of a second. 30 and a fifth, Calico Sunset leads by a tight length. Right there second, San Antonio Storm. Racing third, Joel Smith bombs away Captain. On the outside, moving up now, ERM Rose, the local horse. Now moves up the fourth. She's getting cover. Off the half, they race into the lower turn, the half and a minute flat. 1 minute flat, past the half. They're at the draw gate. It's Calico Sunset. On the inside, still right there, second getting the trip, San Antonio Storm. Bombs away Captain's parked out there third. League of Her Own is now fourth. ERM Rose is only about 5 off the lead, but she stalled a little bit on the outside with a quarter of a mile to go. Calico Sunset has just shifted gears. She's going to be kind of tough to catch here. She opens up by 4, now by 5. 3/4, 1:28 and 1. Should see the fastest mile thus far of the afternoon. Off the 3/4 and 1:28 and 1. Mike Rogers has her on top by 5. It's all Calico Sunset with a 16th to go. Bombs Away Captain coming at her late, but it's going to be too late for Bombs Away Captain. It's Calico Sunset, the winner. Bombs Away Captain was home second.
Down. 1, 4, 2, 3, 5.
That mile, 1:57 and 1, just a fifth of a second off of Buckle Girl Bobette's track record for 3-year-old pacing fillies. Just a fifth of a second off the track record. The mile, 1:57.1. Last half in 57 and 1. Last quarter in 29 seconds flat. Calico Sunset, you can see one at Oak Grove over the 5/8 mile track there in southern Kentucky in 1:55.4. One here last year as a 2-year-old in 2 minutes flat. This mile, 1:57.1, very impressively rated there by veteran Mike Rogers, who's been coming to the Brown County Fair for many a decade. David Brink down there from the Bowen stable. A lot of Bowens still here in Brown County. This race in honor of Harvey Sr., Harvey Jr., Butch, and Allen, who all were very active here, training horses for many, many years. Jackie Harrison, David Brink. Theo is down there with our fair royalty. The daughters of Norman Bowen down there. Buster's daughters. Jill Bowen, Larry Bowen. Troy Market. Doug Bowen's down there. Charlie and James, Mandy Bowen, with our fair royalty, Leroy Hunt's, Leroy Hunt's Calico Sunset in 1:57 and 1 wins the Bowen Memorial. Mike Rogers doing an excellent job of rating this filly as she picks up win number 7 on the year. I want to thank Barb Childers and Carla Metz for designing and setting up that winner's circle. Barb and her husband Richard and Carla and her husband Luke out here for many, many hours before and during the Brown County Fair. Big shout out to the Childresses and the Metses. Results of race 6, now official. Number 1, Calico Sunset, the winner. Number 2, San Antonio Storm was 4th. Number 3, Bombs Away Captain was 2nd. Number 4, League of Our Own was 3rd. Number 5, ERM Rose was 5th. First quarter was in 30 and 1/5. The half in a minute flat. 3 quarters in 1:28 and 1. The mile was in 1:57 1/5. Race 6 checks from the top. 1:42, 3:5 on the bottom. 1:57.1, a fifth of a second off the track record for 3-year-old pacing fillies. Illinois Standardbred Association 3-year-old Colt Pacers coming up next. No changes in the Francis Snoz Greer Memorial.
Avenatti Racing, a third-generation, family-run stable with a legacy of excellence. Centrally located between Illinois, Indiana, and Kentucky racing programs, Avenatti Racing specializes in buying yearlings, breaking, training, and racing top-performing standardbreds. Call 217-840-6469 or email AvenettiRacing@gmail.com today. Avenatti Racing, from yearling to racetrack, we build contenders.
Kerr Auction is your trusted source for ag equipment, attachments, construction gear, trucks, trailers, and hard-to-find parts. With live and online auctions at KerrAuction.com, you can bid from anywhere, field, job site, or front porch. From big equipment to small parts, if you need it, Kerr Auction has it. Don't miss your next deal. Check out KerrAuction.com today. Kerr Auction, built for the working world.
Why pay more for the same groceries? Your favorite brands at prices you'll love. Right here in Mattoon. Family owned and proud to serve our community. Proud supporters of local harness racing and the Coles County Fair. Stop in and save today. B&D Grocery in Mattoon.
Experience matters. At Simmons Stable, Illinois Hall of Fame trainer Tom Simmons, along with wife Benita, has built a legacy of developing and racing championship standardbreds. From yearling to winner's circle, every horse is guided with experience, expertise, and care. Simmons Stable, 217-801-4246.
Looking to move your mobile home? Need a roll-off dumpster at a competitive rate? Or maybe it's time to demo that old mobile home? Pine Ridge Mobile Home Transport has you covered. We serve Central Illinois with reliable mobile home transport, offer affordable roll-off dumpsters for the Springfield area, and provide expert demolition services across Illinois and Missouri. For fast, friendly service, call Wayne Decker at 217-313-9744. That's 217-313-9744. Or find Pine Ridge Mobile Home Transport on Facebook, your one-stop solution for mobile home services.
Long before the crowds arrive, the work is already underway. Track after track. Kevin Miller Stable campaigns winning standardbreds across the Midwest. Kev Miller Stable. 217-254-0170.
For over 40 years, horses have been our way of life. Built on experience, patience, and care. From sale preparation to rehabilitation, we are committed to helping horses reach their potential. Brenneman Equine, a tradition of horsemanship. Call Lamar or Ronnie today.
All right, David. We're over halfway through now.
We are. It's going right by, isn't it?
Time flies when you're having fun. And watching harness racing is one of the most fun things that Lisa and I do. Let's take a look at this next race before we get too far down the road here,
sure.
okay?
We're looking at race 7. There's only 3 horses in this. Not a whole lot of chance for us to pick different here, but we all went 3, 1, 2 in this race. Huh? Publish? Okay, it didn't. Okay, weird. Publish.
There we go.
They were all green.
Yeah.
That was weird. Okay.
All
Cool.
right.
So now we have race 7 up as the next race coming out is the ISA 3-year-old Colt Pace. Only have 3 horses in this. We all went the same way using 3, 1, 2 in this. Fox Valley Onassis. Oh, here they are.
Okay.
Drives to Drill Baby Drill, owned by Ken Schrock of Arthur, Lesser Detweiler Sullivan, David Schrock of Humboldt, Marcus Detweiler, the trainer driver. And number 3, Fox Valley Onassis, owned by Kevin Miller of Arthur, Bart Seals of Mason, Andy Miller of Sydney, Lester Detweiler Sullivan. Kevin Miller trains with Wyatt Avenatti driving.
All right, David, anything about this particular race that we need to talk about?
No, just said it's only 3 horses. We all went the same way. Not a lot to discuss in this one.
Yeah, everybody's going to stay exactly the same. And let's give a points update here. James in the lead now by 7 points. 354 to Lisa's 347.
The Francis Greer Memorial. The Pacers are in behind the gate. Conager and Connor Prather. Drill Baby Drill, Marcus Detweiler, and Fox Valley Onassis with Wyatt Avenatti. Gates on the move, race 7. Should be a good one. Conager's won his last 3 in a row. Drill Baby Drill, his last 2 in a row. Fox Valley Onassis has won his last 2 in a row. Unusual situation here. All 3 of these 3-year-old pacers coming off back-to-back wins. 16th away. Here they come. And they're off and pacing. Conager on the inside. Drill Baby Drill is going to challenge for the lead here with Marcus. They're going to go a little bit around that first turn, and now Marcus is going to take back. Up front, it's Conager by a length. Right there, second. Drill Baby Drill. And then we got Fox Valley Onassis. This one's for any of the 3 to win, and they got only down the backstretch towards the quarter-mile marker. Conager, the Stevensville Gelding for Jim Walden, leads by 2.5 for Connor Prather. Right there, second. Drill Baby Drill and Fox Valley Onassis, 29-1, about right for these 3. They're over to the 3/8. At the head of the stretch the first time, it's Conager, now by about 2. Drill Baby Drill's back there second. Fox Valley Onassis is moving up, taking over second now as they move past the half-mile marker. Connor Prather's trying to rate Conager on top. Wyatt Avenetti's not going to let him rate too much. The half and 59. 59 flat. Now Conager moving out a little bit as they move past the draw gate. Fox Valley Onassis is only a neck back in second. Drill Baby Drill getting a nice trip there for Marcus Detweiler. 2.5 lengths separates the 3 of them as they race towards the 3/4-mile marker. This is going to be a quick last quarter. It's Conager with the lead by a head on the inside. On the outside, right there, second is Fox Valley Onassis. 3/4 and 1:27-1. They're flying. That was a quick third quarter. We're going to have a quick final quarter. They're going to have to catch Conager. Conager on top with the 16th mile to go, the 3 across the racetrack. Fox Valley Onassis coming at him on the outside. Conager's going to hold on. Fox Valley Onassis was second. Drill Baby Drill right there third. 155, 1/5. 155-1.
Yeah, David, we're going to pick up this race after the half here, and these horses are flying around the track.
Absolutely smoking. And Connor does it in the lightning. The old race bike gets the win with a 55-1 mile out there.
Hey, you know what? You may get a price for that afterwards because he's been to the winner's circle
twice now. I think Harrison and I are going to go down for the Snoz's Memorial. I think I had the times up 55-1 is a monster mile last quarter. And why isn't it publish?
Oh, no, you're not going to see it. It's in the
replay.
Okay,
cool,
People are watching.
Perfect.
I wanted to put that up because that was too good of a race.
55-1 last smoking last quarter. We're going to go down there for Snoz's Memorial. I think ready for the official whenever they call it. So.
Okay. All right. We'll pull those guys down. But, yeah, look at this finish here. The horse is coming on. Again, another race. If that track had been 5 yards longer, it's a different outcome on that. And I think TV talked about the fact they have measured this track. It is a mile or a half-mile track, and they have taken care of those things. And they did it with David's bike. So
well, we've been racing harness horses here at the Brown County Fair since 1878. And you just saw the fastest mile in the history of the Brown County Fair by a 3-year-old colt or gelding pacer, 155-1. Fastest ever by a 3-year-old. The track record had been set back in 2004 by Andy Miller of national fame now with Fox Valley Jammin'. 2004, he paced this track in 155.4. This mile, 155.1. The fastest by a 3-year-old in the history of the Brown County Fair. Owned by Jim Walden of Lincoln, trained by Cole Prather, driven by his brother Connor, to a 55-1 win here. Jim Greer's down there with his wife Terry. Jim and Terry Greer making the Francis Snoz Greer trophy presentation to the Prathers. That's a fitting because the Prathers have trained many horses for Jim and Terry Greer over the years. David Brink's down there with his son Harrison with the fair royalty. Missy Prather's down there, along with Brenda Groder Hop. Carol Shepard's down there. The Francis Snaz Greer Memorial to Coniger in a track record time of 1:55.1. Results of the race official. Number 1, Coniger, the winner. Number 2, Drill Baby Drill was third. Number 3, Fox Valley Onassis was second. First quarter was in 29.1, half in 59, 3/4 in 127.1, the mile 155 and a 1/5. Race 7 checks from the top, 1, 3, 2 on the bottom. 29.1, 59, 127.1, 155.1. Track record for a 3-year-old pacer over the historic Brown County Fair track.
Okay, we have some winners.
All right, Steve Surratt, David Brink, Harrison Brink back with you. Lisa Surratt's doing the camera out there as we get ready for things here. Oh, okay. I'm going to pull this off of here, the program. I want to thank our donors out there, David. So many people just walk up to Lisa. Lisa usually comes back with her pockets from donors.
I'm not mad about it either.
No, and she gets to talk with those people and really enjoys the conversations that she has with those people as she has an opportunity to do that. Even when we're in the stands, they don't approach us too much because usually
headsets are on and we're in our own little world. But we appreciate everyone, stepping up to Lisa and introducing themselves. If saying the kind words. If you have a donation, we appreciate that too. I mean, our donors have been super helpful this year. I'm glad we got the Clark County Fair up there and the James family. The James family, if those of you follow along, that's the Our Irish Roads crew. That'd be Jill Brown's family, mother, sister, brother, I think, along with Jill owned that horse. And they wrote some nice little notes saying how much they appreciated what we were doing. And, those kind of stories and comments that keep us going on, doesn't it?
Absolutely. You can advertise with us. We've got 3 days of racing
3 more,
left,
yep.
But please put us on your Think About list over the winter, and next spring, contact David. We can make a commercial up for you. He could start on that this winter during the downtime,
exactly.
right?
And if I do anything this winter on my website, the 2026 sponsors and advertisers will have their image on the website. So you want to make sure you get on because you're not just the schedule anymore, but you're also getting that website exposure for the entire season. So make sure you jump in.
If you don't want your name out there
you
on the donor
to.
list, we have
Silent
lots of
donors are
people
okay.
called. We should have just a place there anonymous,
which is
because we have a lot of people that do anonymous. It pays for our lodging and travel and broadcast equipment. We invested more in a wireless system and it's been pretty flawless this year. A couple of hiccups that we've had to figure out the equipment, and allows us to run in the starter car at the state fairgrounds, and that is huge. I mean, we get a beautiful picture there because of how wide the track is.
Yep, you have enough room to get the car next to the animals and get a perpendicular shot, and you kind of see the side profile as they pace and trot around that 1 mile track.
So if you want to do that, you can get in contact with us. We'd love to get pictures like we did from Doug Bowen and some other people out there from the backstretch. We'd love to see those photos. We may not get it up today, but we'll get it up sometime before we get done the end of this year. Go to our YouTube page. David's done a wonderful job with that page in giving all the information out there, trying to make it a source for people to go to. And
if you have any recommendations of stuff you'd like to see, please reach out. I'm always looking for ideas. I think my next idea is I'm going to go to the analyst selections page and start doing like who got the most trifectas and stuff like that. Start getting some of those analytics built in.
I think the next one should be for next year rollout that any of our fans can go out there and make their picks.
See, you're making it harder. I'm asking to use the data we have and add some bells and whistles. You want to add more layers into it. That caused me.
I'm just going to add
you're
a
right.
few hundred people.
That's something that we've talked about doing all year long, and we did the analyst picks this year through kind of an online format, which keeps it's kind of the precursor to how we're going to run it next year with everybody submitting their picks online.
I bet Tyler Clemens would do it.
In a heartbeat?
In a heartbeat,
I guarantee.
every week. He'd be on there.
Oh, yeah.
Randy Callahan, when he's not judging, he's usually
and
picking horses.
It'll be fun then, because then they'll be in that leaderboard as well. You'll see how many times they've won an event, how many times or how many points they've got, how many they average per event, all those kind of things that we're trying to build out there. Harrison, what's a good idea I should put on Harness Tube's website? Anything you can think of?
Not that I can think of right now, but if you could somehow do a merch store, that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Don't say it too loud, I know.
So Lisa will be all over that.
He's reading the minds of the fans.
Yeah, put it out there. We'll get it out.
We've talked about doing a pop-up shop, and it is in the plan. It hasn't got accomplished yet this year. It's still in the cards. Maybe if I can get it done this fall or something. But we've got some ideas to get some shirts and hats out for you guys. We've had some people asking, and if nothing else, at least make the offer to get the support from our fans who want to wear the logo too.
Well, I think we saw Isaac Love give away his whip the other day. I think we need to get some miniature whips for kids.
It was Archie, wasn't it?
Or Archie Buford.
Yeah, it was Archie.
That's right, Archie Buford. I want to give the wrong guy credit, but I think Wyatt Evanetti has done it before, and that's just a really nice
I tell you, the
thing.
smartest thing I've ever seen. Marcus Miller used to come down here and race, and but this is back 10 years ago. He had a bunch of those silicone Livestrong bracelets made up that were black and red and said Miller Racing on them.
Mm-hmm.
Every race he won, he'd bring the horse out by the box seats and toss one to a kid and go right back to the barn with every race that he won.
There
And
you
I
go.
guarantee he made fans doing that, because one of them I can specifically remember is Dane Flessner, who went over to the barn to meet Marcus after getting that whip from him and having that interaction. He appreciates, meeting our horsemen and seeing them up close, and they're just guys. They're humans. They're approachable, and they like talking to fans.
Well, there's some people that might have some merchandise out there, David, that don't know how to get their merchandise out there. Maybe a driver has got something, and we could provide the store for that.
Yep.
On harnesstube.com. But check us out on Facebook. Check us out on YouTube. And Harrison, what happens when you subscribe to our YouTube channel? Do you know?
It helps us grow a little bit more. You can get verified, which will give us money, which I think maybe we might already have.
We are monetized, correct? Yeah.
We are monetized.
Well, and the other thing with that is if they subscribe and do what they need to do.
Hit the bell, hit the what's it called? The notification button? What's that? Is it a bell?
Notification bell, yeah, it's a bell.
It's a bell, okay.
All right.
But Jody loves that because she always gets a text whenever we go live on air.
Thoroughly enjoyed the Brown County Fair, was always willing to give a helping hand anywhere he could. Bunny and Joanne O'Connor Memorial. Number 1, the Luz Madison, owned by Jada Long of Clinton, Wisconsin. Mike Rogers trains and drives. 2, Princess Ababe LRS, owned by Adam Hawthorne of Winsboro, Louisiana. Benita Simmons of Springfield. Quanti Andres of Louisiana. Tom Simmons is the trainer. Wyatt Evanetti driving. 3, Chicken Lights in Chrome, owned by Connor Prather of Springfield. Cole Prather trains and drives. 4, Sunbird Senorita, owned by Craig and Leo Grummel of Carrollton. Kurt Grummel trains and drives. Number 5, No Flies on Me, owned by Jamaica Patton of Rochester. D&J Racing Stables of Terry, Mississippi. Jamaica Patton trains with Mike Cox driving. Number 6, Chrome's Heather, owned by Adam Hawthorne of Winsboro, Louisiana. Made of Hollywood, California. And Benita Simmons of Springfield. Tom Simmons trains with Matt Evanetti. The 7 has been scratched. In case you're wondering, since our track is so fast and we're getting these big miles today. Track record for a 3-year-old filly trotter is 202 flat. 202 flat set way back in 2003 by the Dirk Simpson-driven Mystical Brook. Some nice trotters in here. It's not out of the question. Luz Madison has won 4 out of her last 6. She won at Knoxville in 2 minutes and 2/5, way lower than our track record. Princess Babe LRS, a win at Petersburg in 2:03. Chicken Lights and Chrome won her last start in 2:05. No Flies on Me, a winner in 2:03 at Charleston. So that 2:02 track record that has lasted a long time, 23 years to be exact, could be in jeopardy here. 5 on the gate, Chrome's Heather, the 6 horse, will be in the back tier. Roy Finn, who has started at almost every venue in the Midwest, is the starter here, and the gate's on the move. 5 on the gate, Chrome's Heather in the back tier. They're at the head of the stretch. Talented field here in the Bunny and Joanna O'Connor Memorial. Here they come. Another beautiful start for the trotters. Princess Babe LRS gets the first call. No Flies on Me's on the outside, drops in there second. Luz Madison is back there third. Connor Prather's having trouble there with Chicken Lights and Chrome. That's Cole Prather. Philly wanted to pace there in the first turn. They go single file down the backstretch. Up front, the leader here by about 2.5 lengths. 31 seconds. 31 seconds. Luz Madison now rolls up on the outside. Sunbird Signorina's back there in fourth, but making up some pace now. They swing past the 5/8 mile marker. Pace up, picks up a little bit as we trot towards that half-mile marker. Up front is still Princess Babe LRS by a length and a half. Luz Madison is there second. No Flies on Me's racing third. A half and a minute and a fifth. 1 minute, 1/5. Track record's 2:02 for a 3-year-old trotting a filly. Princess Babe LRS, the Sutton filly. She was a winner at Petersburg in 2:03. She leads by a length and a quarter here over Luz Madison. In chase there, a third is No Flies on Me. A little closer back there, fourth now is Sunbird Signorita. 1:30 and 4/5 of a second. Track record definitely in jeopardy. A 31-second last quarter breaks it. They got an 1/8 of a mile to go. Princess Babe LRS on the inside. Luz Madison on the outside. Those two are battling it out here. No Flies on Me's gaining a bit back there too. Princess Babe LRS, but Luz Madison's going to go on by. Luz Madison. Mike Rogers wants another one.
2 minutes and 1/5. Are you sure they measure
David, I'm going to put the replay up on the last half on that. That was a wonderful, wonderful race. You could see Luz Madison really wanting to come to the front, but driver just biding his time there with the horse before he let her go. And so Luz Madison wins this. And as you'll see going down the backstretch, she'll start making this move on the backstretch. I'm glad we started using the replay a little bit. I mean, it's a tool that's out there, but there's some of these races that I get caught up in what's going on. But take this move around the outside corner here. Nice shot
That mile,
there from
ladies and
Lisa up
gentlemen,
above.
didn't just break the track record, it shattered the track record for 3-year-old trotting fillies. 2 minutes, 1/5 of a second. 2 minutes, 1/5 of a second. Track record for a 3-year-old trotting filly had been 2:02 flat, set back in 2003 by Mystical Brook. And Dirk Simpson, it shattered today. 2 minutes, 1/5. Remarkable.
But David, if the track's this good tomorrow, I thought you were going down for this.
And a week before the fair,
No.
This is Dane's
this track was surveyed out, stakes were driven. These guys have just done a remarkable job of getting it very, very fast. Luz Madison, 3-year-old daughter of Luz Legacy from SH4 by Valley of Victor, owned by veteran Jay DeLong of Clinton, Wisconsin. Wins here for Mike Rogers, wins her second in a row, wins for the 6th time in her last 8 starts. This smile ties her all-time best, taking over the mile track at Springfield. 2 minutes, 1/5 of a second. A new track record for a 3-year-old trotter
She needs a groom.
here at the Brown County Fair, and she wins the Bunny and Joanne O'Connor Memorial. And Dane Flessner and his family, Dane, of course, the grandson of the late Bunny and Joanne down there trackside. Big hand, folks, for Mike Rogers, Luz Madison. 2 minutes, 1/5 of a second.
Well, David, I didn't end up too bad there. 62 points. I didn't get to 78 points. I missed 15 of the points, but that brought me back up into at least within spitting distance of the leader. Still James.
We always say if it's within
leading.
87, anything can happen, right? So we
Absolutely.
got 3 races to go. No, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 3 races to go, and it's possible.
Results of the 8th race now official. Number 1, Luz Madison, the winner. Number 2, Princess Babe LRS was second. Number 3, Chicken Lights in Chrome was 6th. Number 4, Sunburnt Senorita was 4th. 5, No Flies on Me was 3rd. Number 6, Chrome's Heather was 5th. The 7 was scratched. First quarter was in 31, the half in a minute and a fifth. 3/4 in 1:30 and 4/5. The mile 2 minutes and 1/5 of a second. Race 8 checks from the top. 1, 2, 6, 4, 3, 5. Scratch on the bottom. New track record for a 3-year-old trotting filly, 2 minutes, 1/5 of a second. Horseman Tina wanted me to remind you that there's a 4-day box for Springfield. 4-day box for Springfield. Don't see that very often, and that's a big change. So they enter tomorrow, enter Sunday for Thursday. 4-day box for Springfield. You enter tomorrow for Thursday. Race number 9 coming up next. Illinois Standardbred Association 3-year-old colt trotters. The John and Marianne Yackel Memorial. Presentation by the Brown County State Bank.
All right, we're
Are we
up.
Okay,
David,
I can't
yes.
tell. Okay. Leanne sent me a text, and Ed beat me to it, but I will reiterate what Ed just said. Those of you horsemen who are racing at the State Fair, don't forget to enter tomorrow morning for Thursday. It's a 4-day box at Springfield this year, so make sure you get your entries in by 10 a.m. tomorrow on Sunday to be entered in that Thursday races at the Illinois State Fair.
Absolutely. And if
Leanne,
you
I
get
said
an
it.
opportunity, get out there and watch those races. You're going to see the best of the best.
The best in the state. I'm excited to go over there on Saturday. It's my only time I can get free from work, but going to go over there and watch some races in the Ted Torgerson Memorial. They're going to have a nice little feed for him over there and share some memories. So it'll be good to hang out with the horsemen and not be working, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, although when we show up like that, people
Are we on
go,
replay still?
Huh? Nope.
It says replay.
No, that's the button to push replay. Yeah, that's the replay for that camera.
Oh, I thought there was a replay
Nope.
tag.
Oh, well, it'll come across the screen as replay. But no, we're not in replay. We got her taken care of here. But yeah, and warm day today, but not
Sticky.
totally, sticky, not
Sticky.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's not blazing hot. It's just you're swimming in the air. You know, it's 120% humidity or something out here.
Let me guess. David Brink's going to take a shower before we
Probably
have
didn't.
supper
Yep.
tonight.
I got to wrangle the boys through the house sometime too. But yeah, I'll get myself
Just
probably
a garden
cleaned up.
hose.
I'll get myself cleaned up, get some drinks and ice and whatnot, and we'll have a feed for the horsemen tonight. But yeah, we're gonna get cleaned up because I'm tacky enough that I want to get at least wipe my face off or something.
Now,
I don't
Lisa
know.
asked me if I wanted to take a shirt and just change. No, I don't think so.
We're home. We're gonna take advantage of the home, being at home, right?
Absolutely. She may have changed her mind because the announcer's booth is warmer than it is right here. I'm not going to put the camera on them, but the Fox Valley Barbie people are here, David, and
Yeah,
they
and
drive miles.
They go to every fair that she's in, and I owe them hats, and I will get them to them. But we appreciate, as horsemen, as fans of horse racing, as part of this community, we appreciate their commitment, jumping in feet first. Just last year, really, was our first year involved. They went and bought this. But, of course, Penny is the sister of Bart Steels from Altamont, so they are very versed in horse racing, but just had never owned anything themselves.
Everybody.
Glad to see them involved and following the sport across the state and having a blast doing it. They've kind of become a little celebrity amongst us around here at the fairs.
Okay. Yeah, hey, the pink shirts are everywhere. Lisa had to show them today. I wish she needs to send that picture to us of her hat, her in her hat, that she had a Barbie on there and a pink horse.
We should show it to them. Have they seen it yet?
Yeah,
Okay.
she showed them a picture
Okay, just
of
making
it. But
sure.
I'd love it if Lisa could send that to me so that I could show it. Maybe she has. I don't know. For us to put on the air, that would be totally awesome as far as that's concerned. But yeah, they have a hat day here, and she went all out. And I think she got a prize maybe for the wildest hat, which doesn't surprise me.
We have a chat coming in Facebook. Barry Bell's out there saying if he could suggest one thing, he thinks it'd be cool if we had a helmet cam live in a race. Barry, I think that'd be awesome. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. We can't use GoPros without having all the battery packs and transmitters and whatnot. I'm not sure where you'd put those. All those guys that do it on Facebook nowadays, they film that video, come off the track, and then edit it after the race and then post it as quick as they can. And which what we do is a little different. We broadcast live, so we have to have a live transmission from each camera. The only thing I've come up with, and I haven't tested it yet, but it might work, is if someone had a pair of Meta glasses, you can't actually take that video source and put it into our broadcast per se, but I was wondering if maybe you could screen grab a phone or something and forward that somehow. So I'm going to look into doing that maybe for next year. It's a little harder than it sounds. It's just being the live aspect really kind of takes an added level of complexity on things, but we're thinking about it. We've talked last fair we were at about maybe even looking at a drone for next year if we could figure out how to do it without interrupting the horses and keeping batteries changed. I think I could get it to follow the starting car, which would give you a good enough shot probably of the race. So we'll look into those kind of things for next year to kind of keep things interesting for you. And I think Barry was saying not always on the lead horse. I think you want to see, as he's saying, you want to maybe put the glasses or helmet cam on somebody sitting back there third, fourth, or fifth, getting a good mix of that upfront speed as well as seeing the action ahead of you. So we appreciate those thoughts and recommendations, and we'll be definitely investigating some of them as we move forward into the next coming years. Just pulled open Facebook and see that J.D. Finn has passed Matt Evanetti. Well, how about this? Let's look up and down here. We're talking about, this is the U.S. Trotting Association, UDRS, I guess it's like the batting average for drivers. Oh, we have a post parade coming here.
Here's your field out for race number 9, the John and Marion Naval Memorial. Brown County State Bank did a race sponsor. Number 1 class comedian owned by Jacob Radel of Edgewood. Jacob Radel is the trainer with Freddie Patton Jr. driving. 2 is Woodside Acres Dirt owned by Lester and Jason Detweiler of Sullivan. Marcus Detweiler, the trainer driver. And number 3, Blues Lottery. Over the Flacco family, Farmsville, Alexis. Jill Brown trains with Wyatt Avenue driving.
Harrison, where are you going with this race? There's only 3 horses. I'll let you pick something here while I'm messing with some of this stuff.
Number 3, Lose Lottery.
Lose Lottery, huh?
Yeah.
And we just saw that horse win up at Lincoln 2 starts back at 2-2 and 1 was a monster mile.
But Lose Lottery, the 3-horse, did win in 2:02.1 at Marshall. And that mile kind of jumps out on you. It's a pretty good mile. Track record for a 3-year-old trotting colt was set back in 2016 by the Freddie Patton driven. Primed and Powerful. That's the all-time, all-age track record, 158, 1/5. Trotters in behind the gate. They're 16th out. Here they come. And they're out and trotting. Class Comedian on the inside for Freddie Patton, who drove Primed and Powerful to that track record a few years back. Wyatt drops in there second with Lose Lottery. And Marcus is third with Woodside Acres Dirk as the 3 Illinois-bred 3-year-old trotters round the first turn and head up the backstretch. Class Comedian, the class included gelding, leads by 2.5 lengths. Lose Lottery's right there second. Woodside Acres Dirk is back there third. 32 seconds flat. 32 seconds flat here. A lot of strategy in harness racing. You just don't always go out there and go all you can go. You rate your horse to do the best you can for your horse. You might want to save him for later in the mile. So that was a pretty leisurely first quarter. And Wyatt Avenetti's going to speed the pace up now a little bit with Lose Lottery. He drives up and takes over. Lose Lottery now leads by a length. Class Comedian is back there second. Woodside Acres Dirk with the leaders in the third.
104 flat.
Half and 104 flat. 104 to the half. They move past the draw gate over to the 5/8. Lose Lottery by a length. Class Comedian right on his back, right there second for Freddie Patton Jr. Marcus Detweiler in contention here with Woodside Acres Dirk. Only 2.5 off the lead as we enter that final quarter of a mile. Lose Lottery now speeds up a little bit. 3/4 and 136. They should have a lot left over this quick racetrack. They got 1/8 of a mile to go, and now Lose Lottery is stepping out very quickly. Lose Lottery by a length and a half. Class Comedians chasing him. Lose Lottery opens up 4, now 5. It's going to be Lose Lottery home the winner here in the 9th. Class Comedian home second, followed by Woodside Acres Dirk. 2:04 4/5. 2:04 4/5 for that trotting mile.
All right, David, just a nice race there. Nice pace, but it was not as quick. We've got used to some pretty quick races here.
They came in last quarter in 28-4, so they were doing some trotting there for sure. But Wyatt jumped out to the front, coming here to the half, and said, "I'm going to own this race, guys. Come get me."
Yep.
Good to see Jill Brown there. Olivia Taylor coming out to the winner's circle to celebrate for Lose Lottery. This is a 3-year-old gelding by Lose Legacy out of Casino Royale and SJ's Caviar. Owned and bred by the Flacco family farms of Alexis up there by Galesburg. Trained by Jill Brown there in the green tank top. And driven today quite capably by Wyatt Avenatti. Harrison, you having fun?
Yeah.
Good. Good answer. Can you think you can make me some viral videos or some sort of, I don't know, some shorts content or something I can post? Because I'm not very good at that stuff. What do you think?
No clue.
Lou's Lottery
Any
is
good
a
ideas?
3-year-old gelded son of Lou's
You could send me
Legacy
a few
from
clips
Casino
from some
Royale
races, like race
by
highlights.
SJ's
See what I can do.
Caviar, bred by the Flacco family farms of Alexis. Third win for this gelding in 12 starts this year. He's won 7 of 27 in his career. This mile 2:04 4/5. Last half in 1 minute and 4/5. Last quarter in 28 and 4. He's trained by Charleston's Jill Brown, who's at the head of the horse here. In the winner's circle as our fair royalty gets ready to make the John and Marianne Yackel Memorial Trophy presentation. Of course, John Yackel, longtime member of the Brown County Fair Board, loved the harness races. His wife, Marianne, of course, was a bus. Her dad raced the great Tiger Bill and a lot of other standardbreds. The Yackel Memorial to the Jill Brown trained, Flacco-owned, Wyatt Avenatti-driven Lou's Lottery in 2:04 4/5. Results of race 9 now official. Number 1, Class Comedian, finished second. Number 2, Woodside Acres Dirk was third. And number 3, Lou's Lottery, the winner. First quarter was in 32 seconds. The half in 1:04. 3 quarters in 1:36. And the mile 2:04 4/5. 2:04 4/5. Last quarter in 28 and 4. Checks down 2, 3, 1 on the bottom. Race 10 up next, sponsored by the Brown County State Bank. No changes.
Okay, I'm
Well,
back.
Harrison, while we got you here on the broadcast, and we're talking about making some videos. Talk to me about the commercial you made for us last year. We haven't ran it this year. I needed to chop it down to make it fit a little better, and I didn't get it done. But you did a heck of a job making the commercial last year with the baseball sound effects and the "Let's Go, Son" and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, I did all that on CapCut, and it was hard, but it was easy at the same time.
Where'd you kind of get your inspiration for that? Was that just off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head, yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. Well, I know our fans enjoyed seeing that last year, and especially enjoyed seeing Theo's little animated cartoon. We got to get you guys lined up for next year. So we let it lapse this year, but next year we'll get you ahead of the season to make us new commercials each season, hopefully. Does that sound cool?
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, that was great. It's inspired me that, hey, guess what? I maybe need to start using some of that stuff.
Thank you.
I still want to. Theo's little "to the show" quote sticks out in my mind, and I want to use it on the website somewhere. I haven't figured out how to do it, but that just was, that little, we always heard that "to the show." It always was like a nice little fallback or bumper back into the broadcast out of the commercials. But we appreciate you guys doing that for sure and contributing to Harness Tube.
Yeah, I'll have to show you the new opener for BC Hornet Sports.
It's pretty crazy, dude. You love it.
I absolutely, I did it out of PowerPoint.
I believe it.
And
a little slower that way, but
no, it really
more
didn't
particular.
take that long.
If you're versed in PowerPoint, you can go through it pretty quick. But yeah, it's
just giving the instructions is the main thing.
Oh,
getting
right,
used to
right.
The dialogue.
How to talk to the robot, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So then we can get a new intro package made for next year on Harness Tube because I didn't get that done this year.
Probably.
But speaking of intro packages, I still want to steal Emma Thoralt from down in Charleston. She did a wonderful job taking some video, B-roll, and put together a nice little video package. I should have just downloaded that and put it on our
Yeah, you could
I
do
might have
that
to get
for
her
tomorrow.
consent, though, or something.
Yeah, send her a note and get it for tomorrow. We could use it just for a one-time thing to show people.
Yeah, I mean,
some of
and
the
doing it
things
to
that-
promote her. This isn't about taking it and putting our logo or label on it. Em, I think it's Thoralt, TheRAIULT. It's not exactly spelled how I think it is, but from down in Charleston area, she's done a couple years now, done a great job, editing together a little video package from all the events of the Coles County Fair, and the horse racing one was lights out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things that you want people to see, people using I like it because you're using AI for a good thing.
Right. Well, I mean, even not AI. Look at someone like Al Brodsky, who's not a horseman, but he's just a photographer who has a very artistic eye, and he happens to know horses from growing up in the Chicago area. And how much has he contributed to harness racing in Illinois? With the great photos that we have on Facebook, people are using them as, profile pictures and memorial photos and whatnot. Al Brodsky does a great job out here, just following around and on his own dime.
Absolutely.
What's he saying? Is this
okay? We'll get
post
this.
parade?
Hamilton Indian Oaks, the filly division,
I can't tell what he's even saying.
for a purse of $500,000 was won by Nizuku Kamado S.
The
A
Hamiltonian.
Chapter 7 3-year-old filly in 151.4
Must
for
have been the Oaks.
Yannick Gingra and Marcus Melander. Just noticing here on the early card today, there at the Meadowlands, they had an overnight open pace that was won by a horse by the name of Best Chip for Tim Tetrick. Illinois native Tim Tetrick wins the open pace at the Meadowlands today. Just an undercard event in 1:46.1, only 2/5 of a second off the all-time fastest mile ever in harness racing, 1:45.4, set a few years ago by Bulldog Hanover.
Gotcha.
The biggest race in harness racing happened today, Dave. And
It's happening. I just checked with Brady. It hasn't went off yet. I think he said it's a 350 post, but Ed was just announcing the Hamiltonian Oaks, which would be the Philly version.
Up next is a
of that race
overnight
was competed.
trot, sponsored by the Brown County Fair. The trophy sponsored by the Brown County State Bank for a purse of $1,000. Got the 2-year-old Mindy Lou, first-time starter from the rail, and 2 3-year-olds. Broadway Legacy with Mike Brink approaching Anawan with Jacob Radel. Just 2 races to go on today's card, but we'll be back here tomorrow again with a 1 o'clock post time. Over $60,000 in purses tomorrow. One race, the 2-year-old pace for almost $15,000. That one race in of itself. We'll have the best 2-year-olds, trotters and pacers in the state of Illinois in their final prep race here in the Downstate Classic, the final prep before the Illinois State Fair, which kicks off this coming Thursday over at the Illinois State Fairgrounds. Trotters are out here for race 10. If the weather cooperates, this racetrack ought to be lightning fast again tomorrow for the best 2-year-old trotters and pacers in the state of Illinois. Big thank you to the Mathena girls for being our parade marshals today. Here's your field now for race number 10. Number 1, Mindy Lou's owned by the Flacco family, Farms of Alexis. Jill Brown trains with Chris Brown driving. 2, Broadway Legacy, owned by Darren and Georgianne Tournier of Liberty. Michelle Blackburn of Springfield. Mike Brink trains and drives. At number 3, Approaching Anawan, owned by Jacob Radel of Edgewood. Jacob is the trainer driver. Overnight trotters for a purse of $1,000. Big thank you to Brian Gallagher and Kurt Hannick and everybody down there with the Brown County EMT unit. We appreciate all you do for the Brown County Fair, how you're here for all our events. Very cooperative group of talented people with the Brown County EMT units. Overnight trotters have reached the starter. Mindy Lou, Chris Brown, Broadway's Legacy, Mike Brink, and approaching Anawan with Jacob Radel. Mike Brink's been competing over this track for many years. I ran across the program the other day from 50 years ago. Mike Brink was racing horses at the Brown County Fair in 1976. Probably a few years before that. Still very active. The 2-year-old Mindy Lou is off stride behind the gate. Both 3-year-olds are on stride, and the 2-year-old's back trotting from the rail. Here they come. And they're often trotting the 2-3-year-olds away well. Jacob Radel on the outside there with approaching Anawan. Mike Brink on the inside with Broadway's Legacy. The 2-year-old Mindy Lou's back trotting but trailing as we round the first turn. Approaching Anawan, an Umbro approach filly. Leads by about a length. Broadway's Legacy, the Lou's Legacy filly, is their second. And the 2-year-old filly, Mindy Lou, is third. Past the quarter. 31-1. That's good for the rather green approaching Anawan, making just her 11th career start, only her 8th start this year. She did win at Henry in 2:05.2. Now, Broadway's Legacy, who's back there second, was a winner at Springfield as a 2-year-old in 2 minutes. Jacob Radel approaching Anawan by 3 or 4 lengths here as we move past the half. That half in a quick minute flat. 1 minute to the half. Another indication of how lightning fast this racetrack is. Past the draw gate, now past the 5/8. Jacob's thinking, I can give my homebred approaching Anawan a nice new record here off the half in a minute. He's not shaking Broadway's Legacy, who's back there by 3, now by 2. Mike Brink making up some ground here in that final quarter of a mile.
130 flat.
3/4 and 130 flat. Remarkable mile for these overnight horses. 3/4 and 130. Approaching Anawan on the inside. Here comes Mike Brink and Broadway's Legacy. Driving up on the outside, and now Mike's got Broadway's Legacy on top by half a length. Now by a length, Broadway's Legacy. Strong in the stretch is going to go a big mile here for Mike Brink. Broadway's Legacy wins it by 3. Approaching Anawan will be second, and Mindy Lou will be back there third.
David, as we watch the last half mile with this horse, and you can just see it gradually gaining ground, kind of biding
Here
its
comes
time
the 2-year-old now,
until it
Mindy
came
Lou.
out of that
Mindy Lou
last
making her
corner.
first lifetime start. So if you're coming out for this trophy presentation, be alert. He's under the wire now. All good.
I don't mean to laugh at Chris, but I've been that person before, and those sympathy claps are not very fun.
Nope. No, particularly when the other horses are a quarter of a mile.
But a good race
ahead of
nonetheless.
you.
Yeah, good race nonetheless. Broadway Legacy, as you mentioned,
Yeah.
just biding her time, didn't really panic, just out there reeling in the leader, approaching Anawan, thought he could run away from the field and go and hide and try to steal one away from this small, greener field. But
I know Don's been talking
Broadway
about your
Legacy.
fair royalty, but it's great to have
Yeah,
you
we
with
can
us.
see they're good.
All the fair royalty that was crowned
really good
Tuesday
race
night down
there.
there in the winner's circle.
Still haven't heard time, have you?
Our little mister,
No.
the new Miss Brown County Fair.
It's going to be a
Danielle
good one.
now
Might be
coming
a lifetime mark.
down there. She's done a great job keeping him very active this week. We appreciate it. It's a big mile here, 2 minutes 4/5. This filly has a record of 2 minutes taken last year as a 2-year-old over the mile track at the Illinois State Fairgrounds. Only her third start this year, first time on the board. Mike rated her perfectly there as Jacob cut out that mile. He gets home in 2 minutes 4/5 of a second. And this race sponsored by the Brown County State Bank. George Antonier is the sister of Mike Brink. Her son Darren's out there. Michelle Blackburn, who's also one of the owners, a Springfield attorney. Lori Cyril from the Mike Brink stable brings in Broadway's Legacy. 2 minutes, 4/5, a big mile here in race number 10. It's nice here because Mike's been racing here at the Brown County Fair for over 50 years, a good friend and mentored by Bob Monkton many years ago, who was a notable horseman from the fairgrounds here. So Mike on these, at least I'm sure he raced here past more than 50 years, but I know he was a winner 50 years ago. So I saw the program, and he's back here in our winner's circle. Let's give him a big hand, folks. Liberty, Illinois native Mike Brink with Broadway's Legacy, 2 minutes, 4/5. Results of race 10 official. Number 1, Mindy Lou was third. Number 2, Broadway's Legacy, the winner. Number 3, Approaching Anawan finished second. First quarter in 31-1, half in a minute flat. 3 quarters in 1:30 flat, the mile, 2 minutes, 4/5. Race 10 checks down, 3-1-2 on the bottom.
Yeah, David, let's try to clean some things up as we head into the last race of the day.
Nightcap, afternoon cap, evening cap, whatever this is. The last race of the card.
And we're running right on time for 15 minutes of race.
I want to throw congratulations out to the Brink
That would have
stable.
been a track record if we hadn't had the earlier mile in 2 minutes and 1/5. Track record for a 3-year-old trotting filly was 2:02 flat going into today's card. Luz Madison and Mike Rogers won race 8 in 2 minutes and 1/5, shattering the old track record. Now Mike comes back in 2 minutes and 4/5. So that was easily the second fastest trotting mile by a 3-year-old filly in the history of the Brown County Fair. Results once again, Mindy Lou third, Broadway's Legacy the winner, Approaching Anawan was second. 31-1, a minute, 1:30 in 2 minutes, 4/5. Last race is the open trot, the Dave and Kate Downey Memorial. Also the Wayne Shepherd Memorial. 4 trotters will go postward in race 11, no changes.
All right, David, let's do some house cleaning here, and we'll talk about the last race.
It's me again.
As we get ready for this last race
Sure.
again. Racing tomorrow.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Be there, be square.
10 on the card.
Yes, sir.
And if you're
Downstate
listening,
Classic, 40 to 50, 60,000, however much, lots of money up for grabs.
well, I got a plan for people. If they're in Brown County or coming to Brown County, want to get here early, they can just come 13 miles over to Clayton. Worship starts at 8:30. I know the pastor.
If you happen to be in the area.
I know the pastor really well.
And they are welcoming in that
yeah.
in that congregation,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And we usually done by 9:30.
Plenty of time.
It means you can get by. You could even go to Renee's and have breakfast on your way back in.
Yep.
Or you can wait, get fair food, but be here for 1 o'clock for the racing.
Absolutely. We're going to do it really big tomorrow, the Downstate Classic. One of the biggest days, purse days for Illinois breds in the state all year long. You know, this is an opportunity for horsemen to come out and race for some of the biggest prizes they're going to see across the season. So, Harrison, what are your thoughts on broadcasting? How's it going? Are you getting a little lost? Are you following what we're doing here? How are you thinking?
Well, it's fun, me being on the mic.
Yeah.
And it's something fun that we can do.
You sound a little less nervous now. You can get a little more comfortable up here, huh?
Yeah, my first broadcast was Rushville.
Yeah, yep.
And then now that I know how it is.
He's a seasoned veteran
Seasoned veteran. I told him I'd get on camera here pretty soon and teach him that. I didn't get that done today, but maybe tomorrow I'll sneak him and show him how to run the camera a little bit. Need to get him trained up so next year we can divide and conquer.
You know, you and your dad could be a team.
Yeah.
We're planning on it because Steve and I ran pretty thin this year, didn't we? 26,
Yep,
29, or
well,
where
we
we at?
found
No.
out with the new stuff you can run it with 2, just as long as it's not a 17 to 24 race day.
And right, those are brutal. Those need 2 people just to cover for bathroom breaks and whatnot. But we appreciate you following along. I'll check my phone, make sure I haven't missed anything lately. Want to give a quick shout out, as Tiffy was talking about Mike Brink and his 50 years at the Brown County Fair. Mike does have connections back, as Ed was saying. He grew up under the tutelage of Bob Monkton right here in the Brown County Fair years ago, and Doug Holford over in the Quincy area was a well-known horseman from Adams County. I believe Mike's colors actually are the same as Doug Holford's, the crimson and gold. But yeah, Mike's from the Fowler Liberty area. Trained horses here in Grandpa's barn, actually, probably 40 years ago. Now makes his stable over full-time in Springfield. And he went in the Hall of Fame last year, folks. So it's pretty cool to see not only Bones, but some Brinks out here
Dave
doing
and
some big
Kate
things.
Downey and Wayne Shepherd Memorials. Number 1 is Frontier Maynard, owned by Kelly Jo Avanetti of Windsor, Katie Lynn Bell of Claremont, and Tony Abell of Windsor. Matt Avanetti's the trainer driver. 2 Noble Prize, owned by Doug Graham of Springfield. Doug trains and drives. 3 One Trip Chip, owned by Ron Phillips of Athen, Sherry Boletovic of Platteville, Colorado, and the Honorable Lyle Lipe of Springfield. Jamaica Patton, the trainer driver. And number 4, Lou Bedwina, owned by the Flacco Family Farms of Alexis. Jill Brown trains with husband Chris Brown driving. There's your field for our final race of this afternoon. Open Trot, the Dave and Kay Downey and Wayne Shepherd Memorial. Both Dave and Kay and Wayne Shepherd, very, very active in Brown County, well known. Dave and Wayne, both proud veterans. Neither one ever missed the Brown County Fair. Looking back at that race program I have from 1976, Mount Sterling American Legion Post were big sponsors. They had a big ad in the program. Bill Shepard was the commander, Mike Daniels the first vice commander, Russell Leverton the second vice commander, Wayne Shepard was the adjutant, Don Allen the treasurer, Bob Volk the sergeant at arms, Leon Yackel the chaplain, and Lawrence Hornbuckle was the service officer from the American Legion Post 374 back in 1976. Open Trotters at the head of the stretch. Sixteenth out. Here they come. Beautiful start here in the Open Trot. Frontier Maynard, the 10-year-old, is on top from the inside. On the outside, here comes Jamaica with One Trip Chip. He drops over there second. Doug's got Noble Prize, the 12-year-old, in their third. And then we got Luz Bedwina back there fourth. Up the backstretch, the Open Trotters are led by Frontier Maynard, the 10-year-old veteran. He's won 31 times in 78 lifetime starts. Was away from the races for a couple of years. Back this year, he's won 4 of his 9 starts. The first quarter was in 30 and 4/5 of a second. 30 and 4/5. It's Frontier Maynard by a length and a quarter. One Trip Chip still right there second. Off the pace a little bit there, third Noble Prize, and then Luz Bedwina as the Trotters come down towards the half-mile marker in single file. Frontier Maynard by a length and a quarter. Jamaica Patton giving One Trip Chip a perfect trip. He sits there right there second. Half a minute and 3/5. 1 minute, 3/5 of a second off the half. They move past the draw gate. Frontier Maynard looking for his 4th win in 10 tries this year. Leads by a length. Right there second, One Trip Chip, a gap of about 3 back to Noble Prize and Luz Bedwina. They move towards that 3/4 mile marker. Frontier Maynard still with the length lead. One Trip Chip right there second. 131 off the 3/4, 131 flat. Maynard Frontier Maynard by a length, but here comes One Trip Chip. We got an eighth of a mile to go. Frontier Maynard on the inside. One Trip Chip and Jamaica Patton on the outside. Maynard still there. Chip coming on. Maynard along the inside. One Trip Chip is going to get it. One Trip Chip and Jamaica Patton. 2 minutes flat. 2 minutes flat for that trotting mile. Jamaica Patton's been racing here at the Brown County Fair for as long as we've been racing horses here. We talked, he had the track record with Lugazi set back in 2016. He's been a regular supporter, always brings us a lot of horses. He's a very talented guy in the Midwest, travels to Oak Grove down in southern Kentucky, goes to Hoosier Park over in Indiana, all throughout these county fairs with these large stable. And he wins the Dave and Kay Downey and Wayne Shepherd Memorial here with One Trip Chip, who's owned by Ron Phillips of Athens, Sherry Beletovic of Platteville, Colorado, and the former judge in Petersburg, the Honorable Lyle Lipe, now of Springfield. This horse wins for the 16th time in 43 lifetime starts, for the second time this year in 7 starts. Sherry Beletovic from Colorado down there in the green with Brenda Watson once again, our fair royalty and friends and family of the late Dave and Kay Downey, and Wayne Shepherd's widow Carol Shepherd down there, making those memorial presentations. Big hand, folks, to Jamaica Patton, One Trip Chip. Results of race 11 now official. Number 1, Frontier Maynard finished second. Number 2, Noble Prize was third. Number 3, One Trip Chip was the winner. Number 4, Luz Beduina finished fourth. First quarter was in 30 and 4/5 of a second. The half in a minute and 3/5. 3 quarters in 1:31 flat. The mile was in 2 minutes. Race 11 checks from the top. 2, 3, 1, 4 on the bottom. Don't run off because Don Dunn has $1,000 to give away down there, but we want to thank you.
All right, David, finished for the day. 11 races today. 10 tomorrow,
10
starting
tomorrow,
at 1 o'clock.
yep.
Be here. Wonderful racing, over $60,000. Ed said is prize money.
It's what Ed said.
That's what Ed said. And so, Harrison?
Any closing thoughts?
No.
He was on his phone.
You know what our sign off is?
We'll see you
At the winner's